Is that another box?
Does this ever stop?
It's either me, or the toys, or the toys, or the toys, or the toys, or the toys.
Welcome to the My Wife is Going to Kill Me podcast.
The podcast where me and my friends talk about the number one thing that makes our wives want to kill us.
Toy collecting! Transform and roll out. Transform and roll out. Transform.
That's America's ass.
And roll out. Transform. Roll out.
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, wow, you are dumb. All right, man to man, we'll see you on the flip-flop. I tend to lash out to protect my loved ones.
Travis.
At least he's just giving it the old whoppity dop.
It just keeps growing.
And it's good stuff.
Oh, shoot.
Jeremy, don't encourage him.
I hope the cat pisses on you.
You're reading again, aren't you?
I like everything, so just tell me stuff.
Steve.
I'm being misrepresented here. You got no power over me, you harpy.
Did you put a period at the end of that statement?
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
MWIGTKM, my wife
Is going to kill me.
Let the good times roll.
You ready?
Sure.
Almost.
Welcome, everybody, to the My Wife is Gonna Kill Me podcast. We are down in the bowels of Travis's basement. Smells down here. Of course, it was smelled that way when we got here. We haven't asked any questions yet, but we got a feeling it's going to lead to one hell of a Patreon episode. We hope everybody's doing well. Unfortunately, Steven could not be here today. Unfortunately, he got a message on his phone. It was a recorded message from a float pump for his full-time job. And apparently the levels of polychlorobiphenols were too high. And like the hero he is, he rushed out to start calling other people to tell them they had to go in and fix it. So he is unable to be here. But we got a great replacement today, and I'll introduce him in just a second. Jeremy DeWitt is here this morning. Jeremy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Pete. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Aw,
I look forward to this every week.
I know. You're cute, so it helps. You have
It-
beautiful eyes.
I have amazingly beautiful eyes.
and I don't
so-
really get to see them this close because I'm always kind of
Right.
on a diagonal.
Right.
So.
We should move Steve.
But then you wouldn't see
To the
me.
garage.
Maybe maybe to
Put
his
him in his own room.
maybe to his basement. You know. So, Trevor, have a ding dong. How you doing today, buddy?
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Wonderful. You do have period. It's let me guess. Prettiest eyes.
It's fun story.
You
actually.
see how you started to glow?
So, I did. I was awarded prettiest eyes in high school. I was also awarded class clown, and I was also awarded class wild and crazy. So they sat me down. They said, Pete, here's the deal. Obviously, everyone loves you, but we've got to make the losers feel accepted as well. So you get to pick one, and then we're going to give the second place winners the other titles. We ask that you don't tell them because we don't want them to know for the rest of their lives they're second fiddle. So I said, not a problem. I went ahead. I selected class wild and crazy. And then I immediately told the class clown and prettiest eyes that they would never be as good as me. And I dropped the mic and I fucking walked right out. So,
And 20 years later, he's at their doorstep with the other firefighters taking out a body because of a suicide. People can't get over their shit.
wow, that got really dark. Speaking of dark, one of the oldest people we have in the group, old man Kyle, is here this morning. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, guys. Thank you.
Oh, good. Obi-Wan Kenobi back at the table. I'm loving it. Seducer Cody over in the box. Good morning, Cody.
Wow.
Translation, I hate you.
Wow.
So Kyle made the trek up from Grand Rapids this morning.
Yep.
And
Always happy to do so.
we're always happy to have you. Assuming that you have a little list prepared for us for later in the episode.
I might have a few, but
Okay.
I'm kind of holding on to it for Legions Con. So
It got canceled. So
You're gonna have to pull it out here.
no, the night show got canceled, so we're not doing that anymore. So,
Really?
yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Apparently there was too much going on, so we got canceled.
Good.
I got the messages last week.
Good.
Trav,
I didn't even start prepared for
Yeah,
anything.
like he even knew there was a. Oh, it got canceled.
I would
didn't
have
even
felt
know there
bad
was
for
one.
Pete having to do all the work.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Like, I understand people are busy, but I was willing to do all the work.
True.
But at any rate, so yeah, that's not going to happen. So now what I've got to do is I just have to be an asshole in a public space. But
You've been prepping for this. You've
I'm
been
sure.
preparing.
Yeah.
The moment I've been
So there's
waiting
people that
for
can
my
help you with
entire
that.
life.
anything exciting happened this week, Jeremy?
I don't know. My kid went to homecoming. That's about it. That's about it. It's fun for her. It ain't fun for me. But
You haven't.
I also went to a football game. That shit sucked.
Wow.
I hate football.
Well,
I hate sports.
did you lose a bet?
I hate sports ball.
No, my kid's in the marching band, so she doesn't make me go. Nobody makes me go but me, but so I want to be supportive, but she plays like right at the beginning, and I'm like, fuck, and I had to sit through all this. It's a homecoming game, and it's stupid, and everybody is just like, "Bleh, sports, and shaking their things, and the bleachers are fucking hard on my no meaty ass, and fucking, I'm spreading my leg. There's people touching me, Laura, but that's cool, but the other people touching me, that's not fun. I don't know, the whole thing sucks. I don't even understand what the fucking first down. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Facebook, it's terrible. It's just the worst thing. But then my kid comes back out and she plays. I'm like, fucking hey, man. Like, yeah,
And
hit that bass drum.
She's percussion in the marching band.
Yeah.
I thought she played like the viola.
No, that's orchestra and fiddles.
Oh shit!
Actually,
okay.
in fiddle, she stopped playing the viola and she plays a boron now, which is like a big drum. She just hits it with this weird mallet thing, and it's like.
She probably owns it too. She's just standing there.
So like, does she play the Seinfeld theme song a lot? Like, I feel like that would be an instrument that you could do that on.
On a drum?
Well, you said it like making a boom 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 noise.
Well,
like,
no, she has like a mallet. She's hitting this drum with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. All right.
I never heard of a drum being a mallet guitar thing.
No, it's not a guitar at all.
I mean, it looks like it when you're doing that.
It's like a that's a circle. Oh god, there's meat in here. But
Is that
then
meat?
You two, hang on here.
That's funny.
And
He said that last night too. Oh my God, there's meat in here.
You turn it up like this, but it's a lot bigger, and then you just
Okay.
rock it with your hand inside of it.
Piper Sue, since she was like 3 years old, my youngest daughter, watches the marching band and always wants to play the drums, but not this one, Dad. This one.
Oh, okay.
She wants
See,
to play
Lily,
the quads or the quint.
She went out for the snare, but there was, I guess, she's never done this before, so it was her first year.
So there were others, more that had been doing it for a while.
Right, and they're like, but you got the moves for the bass drum. And she's like, all right.
Come with
Plus,
the bass
it's way
drum.
easier.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks cooler. It's loud and all that stuff.
Snares,
So,
carrying
Yeah.
the heavy stuff around.
yeah, so
I'm glad
So she got
she's
this-
enjoying it, and I'm
Yeah.
glad she does a great job. But they came to me when I was in high school and went, "You got the moves for a tuba." And I'm like, sounds to me like you don't have anybody to play a tuba.
it's not.
You ain't fooling me.
There is no shortage of
Tough guy.
percussionists in band. My son just started band. It's just,
I'd really like to play the saxophone. Nah, we're good. We could really use. We really
We
think
said
you're a tuba
tuba.
guy.
they were like, "Here's your triangle, Pete." Like, fuck you.
So yeah. Anyway, she gets done with that, and then I had to sit through most of the rest of the game, and it's torture. But god damn it, if she doesn't someday look back and go, he really hated football, but damn it, he was there. When she did cheerleading, I was there too. Fuck football. I mean, I'm glad you guys all love it, whoever does, but fuck that shit. It ain't for me.
So you don't have 7 fantasy football league teams?
At 0.
Oh,
No,
wow.
not at all.
I got 3 for you.
If I touch a football, I feel.
So Pearson plays, and thus far he's had 3 games, and I've been the announcer for the first 2. And yesterday I was on the chain gang, because they need volunteers, and I'm like, okay, well, it's a great way to watch the game because you're right on the sidelines. But it was super awesome because it rained yesterday, so like my underpants were soaking wet, like it was awesome.
His overpants were fine, but
I
his
thought you didn't wear
underpants.
underpants.
There is no question whatsoever that 1, Pete is giving. 2, he is a good dad. Okay, going to that football game, dude, you didn't like doing that. Still, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Travis hasn't seen Kane in a week and a half. He's like, yeah, I'm not. I don't.
He's like, I don't do any of that shit, but I envy you.
He
guys.
doesn't
You
even
guys
check
are
on the phone anymore. He just checks the news feeds and make sure they haven't found a 17-year-old body. Okay, we're good.
He has a. He has
we're
a.
good.
Darn.
No, Kane has an
didn't-
Apple
they
Watch. He
didn't
just
find a
makes
body.
sure his heart's beating. Yep, we're good. So,
It's getting a little low. I wonder if he's okay. He's all right.
how about you, Kyle? What's your week been like leading up to this?
Just work and just work. Sucks.
Working it.
I'm getting things ready for different shows coming up. We got a lot coming up pretty soon. So,
Do we?
well, I mean,
I don't.
you don't.
Like what?
We got a local show on the 1st. The Geek Sale is back in Grand Rapids.
Where's that at?
That's behind the Comic
Comic
Signal
Signal,
on
right?
Plainfield.
Outside?
Yeah.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
In October.
Yeah.
That's
On the 1st of October. Actually, next week is supposed to be nicer. It's supposed to be back to the mid 70s and they're in the highs as opposed to the mid 50s it was this week.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Yeah.
I think they said like 50. They got 50 vendors. I think, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that one. I haven't done that one a bit. I gotta get rid of some stuff. I got a
Is
lot of
Joe
junk.
still running that?
Yeah, Joe and Ben. Yep. And then after that, we've got. Well, I'm doing TFCon in Chicago, and you're doing Kane. And then after
What
that
weekend's
is
Kane?
the 23rd of October.
Travis like, I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking know. You know why he doesn't know? Because I'm not going with him to help this time, so I
in
don't keep
October.
track of everything.
This year, maybe.
He at least knows the month.
And then Legions Con, and then Grand Rapids.
Legions Con is going to be amazing, even though they cut the good entertainment. So
Who sent you that email or that phone
What?
call? Who got?
I was given word from the Legions Lounge that I had been canceled.
So you didn't think to check maybe if maybe Jeremy or somebody that maybe they're
Legion's Lounge is in charge of it.
oh Legion's Lounge is in charge of it.
No,
Okay.
No,
they're
No,
not.
they're not.
They're not in charge of the after party thing. Or?
No,
Oh,
they're
that
not.
that.
They were
I thought Trevor and Nate were like in charge of. They were setting up something. Are you trying to figure out the best way to say this without hurting feelings? Or
you can see the
You
gears
can see
turning.
the gears going. I can smell the smoke. They're grinding.
Ultimately, Legions Con was in charge of it.
of course,
They tasked Nate and Trevor with, hey, do you guys want to do something? And then we got involved, and so we were going to be doing it. But then the powers that be, there was just too much going on. Potentially would have had more success with delegation and not strapped those guys with so much had they just fed a little bit of rope out, you know what I mean? So
fed the birds.
was more than willing to help, but again, I know what it's like to run an event and no harm, no foul. I was really excited about it.
Yeah.
And really excited about being able to do that, and so I'm bummed, but
You really wanted to make fun of people.
oh, I wanted to hurt people's feelings. So
Just have it ready, just in case something
You
happens.
really would be a super villain, wouldn't you?
I have a roast.
Oh yeah.
So I do. And you're all on it. Because there is going to come a time where an opportunity is going to present itself, and they're going to go, "Hey, Pete, you should roast people," and I'm going to go, "Yeah, I absolutely should."
It's going to be at your funeral.
So, and it's going to end with, "And what the fuck was wrong with this lad?" No, there are some jokes in the roast now. Now that Justice is no longer carries a gun, that I'll do that I probably wouldn't have done when he had a gun. But now that he's like a retired, like yard sale guy or something, I will definitely.
He's
probably
just a
do
regular
those.
dork now.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, okay, total sidebar here. I follow him on Facebook because I have to. And
Till the checks stop clearing.
he was just bragging about this DVD collection he bought for a good price, and I was like, "Fuck you!" DVD collection. What are you going to do with those? So now I imagine him like being one of those creative people and like making tables. You know, people make bottle caps or it's going to be DVDs or some shit. Like that's all you can do with DVDs now.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys put a DVD in and watched it? Realistically,
It's been a while, but you know,
It's been a while.
But the thing is, though, like on streaming, sometimes I don't own the fucking streaming platform that has the thing I want to watch.
right? But for $9.99 you can buy the DVD, or for $7.99 you can buy that DVD and everything else in the entire streaming library for an entire month.
If the internet goes down, at least you can still have some physical media.
I buy every Marvel and every Star Wars. No
I
matter what.
pretty much stopped buying shit, but
And I buy the
I can't
deluxe.
get rid of stuff.
I buy
though.
the deluxe $28 Target exclusive book thing for all of them, just in case that happens.
And you
Tell
guys
me.
make fun of me for collecting dice. Yeah.
Tell me you're old without telling me you're old.
Well, you just toss away all your physical media.
Look at this
did.
laser
All your
disc I
movies,
just
all your
got.
CDs,
Dude, I still have
everything.
my laser discs.
I
I
know
don't even
you
have
do.
no
I
more.
still have them.
I'm not saying that you should do that by any means.
No,
yeah,
and
yep.
I'm not getting on people that do it either because
Yeah.
I totally understand why.
I went through one of the purges where I'm like, hey, I'm cleaning this closet, and in it I
cleaning
find
up my closet.
CDs like this, and I remember I opened that thing and I'm like, oh my god, man! And it's perfect.
Can you
example.
guys remember when TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool came out? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Oh yeah, man. And he's like, it was such a great song, and then he realizes it's about somebody giving somebody else AIDS, and you're like, Jesus, these people are assholes.
Trav, he just died.
He just found out today.
I was today years old when I found out that they
Tell
were
me you're
passing
old
around
without telling me
kids.
you're old.
What?
Yes.
The Weird
Yes.
Al, the Weird Al,
She
Weird
gives
Al
him
version is
loving
excellent.
that his body can handle. Oh my God, you are killing me. Yeah.
3 little letters to. Yeah, you never.
HIV?
HIV. You're thinking it's.
He's like, I only know the chorus.
I might not even know the
And the
chorus.
dance.
Don't get me wrong. I remember watching that video thinking, man, those 3 chicks are hot.
Okay, so realistically, you would probably be, you'd probably be T-Boz, if I had to, you know what I mean?
See the one that had the patch?
No, that was Left Eye. and
Okay.
She had a patch on her left eye.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. So Chili was
T-Boz.
the one that did it. Usher. T-Boz was the blonde one. She was kind of the lead. That would
She
be
looks
you.
sassy.
And then she really kind of let herself go and came out for like a VMAs. We're like, oh my God. And then you're like, did she eat Left Eye? No, Left Eye died. But
Oh,
looks
wow.
rough, dude.
Okay.
she looks rough.
Wow.
Did she eat Left Eye? Wow.
I'm sure one
Remember
night
when
she probably did.
Left Eye threw all of Andre Risen's fucking shoes in his bathtub of his mansion and lit him on fire?
Yep.
Steven right now would be punching holes in walls.
We're talking about music.
We're talking about TLC. Oh. Cody's over there going, and what the fuck's a DVD?
Hey, Cornboy says, hey, fellas, howdy from RetroCon 2022.
Thank you so much for taking Steven away. We appreciate you, Corn Boy.
You can keep them.
Oh, Trev, how about your week, man? Good stuff?
Busy work week.
No.
Actually, dude, it's been crazy.
Dude, he doesn't even lunch with us anymore. He's so busy.
It's
Busy jumping into pools. Busy
a lot. I mean,
sending snaps.
when
of-
I'm not working. Yeah, I mean, when I'm not working, I get to have
Every
fun.
time he sends me a snap, I'm like, is this motherfucker not working again?
Dude, you got to remember, he works from 10:30 to 11:45. So
It's pretty awesome. You should get it. You should get a gig like that if you can.
Hey, Cody, how was your week, bud?
It was good.
Enjoying your new job still?
Yep.
How is your Starlink operating?
It's good actually.
That's awesome. So Cody gets stuff from satellites from the Tesla guy, which is pretty fancy.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, his
No
internet
wonder he doesn't
from
want to
the-
fucking
from the
show up
heavens.
here. He's like, I'm important
It's like-
everywhere else I
It's
go.
like God internet.
When I'm here.
Man, he looks like somebody kicked his dog.
Which is funny because this is the first week in the last month that something hasn't happened to his dog, causing him to be late. So
No, I'm just hungover.
it's just hung over. Party a little hard last night?
Yeah.
So did you? And not. I don't want to be overly graphic because we're not on Patreon right now. But did you get the spoils of being hammered? You know, and like lowered inhibitions from the lady friend.
No.
Oh, it's a bummer. Boo. So eventually, someday you'll be like,
Travis over here he's shaking his ear trying to get the water out, and it's like distracting me.
I've never experienced this in life where you've had water in your ear for like days. Like I know this happens, but I've always been lucky that I'd get water in my ear and I go like that, and the water would be gone.
Shake your head from side to side as fast as you can.
Like this?
Yes. Harder.
He says, "No, I will not."
Yeah, harder.
Harder. Do it.
Oh my god.
Now,
my eyes.
now you're not worried about your ear.
Oh my god.
That's right. You're welcome.
Well,
That reminds me
we
of
broke
a Paula.
him.
That reminds me of a Paula Abdul song, Jeremy. Kyle was being a cold-hearted snake just now.
Look into
That didn't
his
help.
eyes.
It did not help.
Whoa, he's
I
been
know, I did
telling
that.
lies.
He's been banging guys.
Oh no, you're gonna blow your ear hole out.
I plucked him a goddamn blood vessel.
Ugh. No.
Start calling him Left Eye because it's all bloodshot.
Holy shit.
Why do you guys call Travis Left Eye? Because he created so much pressure, his eye left his body. It's like he popped it right out.
Anyway, it sucks. It's weird because I can't hear anything out of this ear, but I'm hearing out of this ear. So like I'm lying in bed and I hear someone snoring on the side of me that there's no one on,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
like, what's happening? And then I'll look. Oh, I'm like, no, it's just hiding.
When that finally releases,
Oh,
it's going to be warm,
yeah.
and it's going to feel like all of a sudden, like you're going to imagine like your brain just exploded and it's pouring out of your side of your head. When that finally releases, that's what's going to feel.
It
like.
probably hurt like a bitch, but if you try
I'm
putting
not
your
joking.
palm on it and like doing like a plunger suction type of thing, it works.
You gotta.
YouTube, if you guys have any tips or tricks to get this
We're
water
trying
out
to
of
fix
Travis' ear,
Travis's ear by ruining it.
I got $5 that says Derek Ayers suggested is to shoot himself in the head. That seems like something he would say.
Dang it.
He'll get there.
It's
So
okay.
I told you, pee, man. You got to pee on it.
I'm pretty sure that's for like jellyfish stings.
No,
And
man, pee works for
Somebody,
everything.
somebody told Jeremy that like, and he pees on everybody's injury. So I'm
There's a
good,
car accident.
I'm good friends. I'm good friends with the guys. So where he lives, I'm good friends with the firefighters there, and they're like, we show up and Jeremy's like literally, guy had a broken leg and he was pissing on it. Like, it's-
Look out!
right.
You guys can bring me along, like, what was it in Mad Max? The guy with the guitar that they had just
Strapped to the front of the
I'm just the pier.
and you're playing the guitar.
Yeah,
You're playing the
I'm just
guitar.
rocking, and then all of a
Well,
sudden, I just
It's a
pee
good
on
thing
it.
he's a great dad
He
because a
fixed
kid got a concussion at the football game. Jeremy came right out and peed on his face, so it saved his life.
Don't worry, I have this.
What's that guy doing?
It's just Jeremy.
I am the urinator. Oh, wow.
3 shakes or you're playing with it.
Yep.
So that happened. Fucking football games. Pete, how'd your week go, bud?
Oh, it's hell on earth.
Great.
So
Did you try peeing on it?
I did. No, I had a lot of things kind of all come to fruition in the same week, like stuff I planned months ago that I was like, oh well, that's not till September, and then they just kind of stacked up. It was a good week and a prosperous week, but just a very long week. So, but
Exciting.
I've been all over the place, Grand Rapids and Georgetown and Mason County and teaching and
Fire stuff.
wrapping up my student teaching hours for my EMS IC, and it's just been, but mother whore. That's what happens when Travis reorganizes the podcast studio.
I'm sorry.
What do we got for toy? What do we got for toy drama, Trav?
Toy drama.
He's like, oh my god, we're on the podcast, aren't we?
He's too worried about his ear.
Yep. Actually, let's just. It's probably toy news too, but let's talk about the Haslab.
Which one? Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider. Yep. It's still a lot of time left. I don't want anybody thinking, oh my gosh, it's not happening. But it did have a threshold, and it was trying to reach a certain amount of money by a certain amount of time to get a Robbie Reyes human figure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause I love my Ghost Rider not on fire.
They did it
and
with the
stuff.
Hiss tank, too.
They did do it with the Hiss tank, too.
And it hit it.
Why would they give a Robbie Reyes human figure with a Hiss tank?
It would be weird.
No, they did the same thing with the Hiss tank. Yeah.
It would be
Again.
very weird. I'm going to try and pull it up real quick just to give you an idea what they were actually trying to get to and where it's at now. But the story is they were trying to get to a certain number. If they did by that time, everybody would end up getting this. And it didn't matter if you backed it on the last day.
Like Oprah style.
Yes.
Like you get a Robbie Reyes human figure.
Yeah.
You get
And if it didn't hit that number, then no, they wouldn't do it.
So there is, when you start to talk about these benchmarks, these goals that they're trying to hit, someone like me who might be looking at this Haslab as a financial kind of situation,
an investment.
Yes, I am not quite. Don't get me wrong. I think this thing looks really cool. Like I do. I think it looks.
But where are you
really
going to
cool.
put it in this room?
Yeah, it just doesn't. I mean, I already have a couple things coming that I'm like, already are So I've got the Sentinel.
Right.
I'm getting Galactus. Galactus is going to be displayed. So like I'm already looking at that kind of stuff. So right, the Ghost Rider car. It doesn't help that I never read a story with this character in it.
Right.
So I have no attachment whatsoever. Which I'm sure is.
I don't have any attachment
Nope.
either.
I just found out about him when the figure popped up.
And so it's all of us, which is totally understandable. Well, that creates where now I look at it and go, hey, I need these stretch goals to all hit so I can turn around and sell those figures. And I know that's not how a lot of people who are watching this look at toys. I understand that. But if it doesn't reach these goals and I'm dropping $350 for just this car and the driver, I'm not doing that.
No.
Right.
I'm going to cancel my order. I just there needs to be that other stuff in there, and I don't know if it's going to get there. I just don't know if
Where are
it's
they
gonna
at
get
with the
there.
backers right now? Did they hit that pre-goal, or did they hit that first? You have to hit like 1,000 or whatever it is in the first week to get the Robbie Reyes figure.
They did not hit that goal.
All right, so that's not happening.
Nope. They're over halfway. So they're over halfway with a lot of time left. 36 days. They have 5,700 backers. They need 9,000 backers. So they're on the way there, and probably will get there. But like I said, I'm looking at it going, man, if it doesn't, then
I guess the question is what else can they possibly release? Unless they start crossing over and then do a motorcycle, which is a different character altogether, or isn't there like the past rider was in a horse, didn't have a horse and stuff? Could they work that in somehow?
Seems like a lot of work.
Hollow. I think you're getting confused.
No, I believe there was
like
an
the
older
original
version,
Ghost
yeah.
Rider was on a horse, like
Paul Revere.
Yeah, like Paul Revere.
There was a scene.
I got nothing because he's going to always be right on top of it.
There's a scene in the Ghost Rider movie where he rides next to like the original rider. He's riding his motorcycle. He's riding a horse. There was a comic too that had
like you mean Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
So where's my Nicolas Cage figure? Because let's be realistic. I want a Nicolas Cage figure so I can have a custom Cameron Poe. You know what I mean?
Cameron Poe. What was that one from?
Con Air.
Con Air.
Oh yes.
My grandmama lives in a trailer. I love that movie.
It's so good.
It's so
It's
bad.
so good, but it's so bad. I just loved all the bad guys.
Oh, the bad guys were great.
If the Haslab Marvel Legends Engine of Vengeance campaign reaches its minimum goal of 9,000 backers before September 23rd.
Okay.
Yep. Can we talk about the anatomy on that horse? Fucking Liefeld draw that? What the fuck?
No, that's not the Ghost Rider I want. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah.
No,
Apparently horses have 4 knees, so that's awesome.
He's a ghost.
Now I know
There's them together.
nobody here's.
Gives 2 shits.
Yeah, right.
No.
I mean, really.
I just love how like the Robbie Reyes human figure is gonna make or break this deal for you. Like I was behind it, but if I can't get my Robbie Reyes, I'm not thinking I can pull the trigger. $350 for the car and the Ghost Rider, not good enough. I can get there with Robbie Reyes, but I don't know. That just seems fucking weird to me.
It is weird. It is very weird. Because obviously I don't care about him. Now I'm just looking at it as money. I don't really feel like it's going to get there.
But how many people like you are gonna fuck everybody else over because they didn't get their Robbie Reyes and then end up pulling out and then
if it keeps going and gets the other stretch goals, I'm still interested.
Unless the stretch goals are dumb.
Yes.
Well, now they were smart. They were smart.
Mag wheels for the car.
Well, that's all included because they learned from the Rancor incident that you don't give cardboard backing and accoutrements as a stretch goal.
Accoutrements.
Yeah.
Cody goes, "What the fuck's an accoutrement?"
The car looks fucking
Jeremy
sweet.
went with
Oh, the
the
car
fuck.
is
And there's a
cool.
lot of people talking about the car, but they're not talking about the car using the car for this Ghost Rider. They're talking about using the
Using it for
car
other
for
stuff.
other stuff.
Yeah,
Well, that's because
like
no
a
one
custom-
has attachments to this
like
character.
a custom night.
And that's just it. He's not. I don't think he's popular enough to.
The Reva, or not Reva, what was her name again?
Reva?
Her lightsaber. What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
It's the same thing. The Star Wars people are fucking everything up.
well,
for that.
she's a new character. She's
yeah.
a new character, so you don't have. Then you have people that don't like the character anyway.
Sure.
So I'm like,
well, not
what are
only
you
that, but then you're
doing?
giving us a product that you already put out
Yeah.
1,000 of.
Yeah.
They already have $300 lightsabers,
Lightsabers.
so this is nothing different.
Yeah.
It is. Well, but it was her lightsaber.
Yeah, but they could have done that without having to Haslab it. They could have
I
just
don't know.
put it out.
Well,
Is Robbie Reyes Hispanic?
I think so.
It's based on his last name because
Well, I don't know. I mean, Matt Rod is.
they could do some pretty cool extra things for the cars for the Hispanic, like little Daytons. You know what I mean?
I think this is gonna get there. It's weird. Marvel Legends is toy line wise. I think is still a very popular toy line.
Yeah.
Star Wars having a couple that didn't make it kind of surprised. The Rancor surprised me.
Didn't surprise me.
And I know why, because of the stretch goal stuff. I get that, but
What?
this will be the first Marvel Legend Haslab.
But Boba Fett riding a Rancor wasn't good enough to like get that funded.
They gave us that after that scene came
know?
after
Right.
it ended.
Oh, see, that's dumb. Why would you not wait until everybody falls in love with the Rancor again?
Yes.
You know?
Oh wow, Pete, you're talking like that.
Like everybody on the internet that I missed 8 months ago because I don't read people's
He's
shit
not
anymore.
wrong. He's not wrong.
But what I mean is, you're like, that's how does someone not?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
They know it's coming. They know they're going to show it in 2 months.
I'm just still pissed off that they took Boba Fett's helmet off. I can't get behind that. The story that I made up in my head about Boba Fett should have been what they gave me, and they didn't, and it's just frustrating.
You're not going to bait me.
I'm not baiting you. I'm not baiting you. I'm talking shit about Steven.
Okay.
So
I have to say, you probably you.
I tell you what, though, I did love The Last Jedi.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I probably will be talking about that later tonight, but I'm
sure
not
you
doing
will.
this.
That's
Why,
what
what's going on
I bet it'll be
tonight?
fun.
I'm going to be on Jesse Arnold's podcast tonight.
Jesse Arnold has a podcast.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
shelve it.
Sweet, sexy Jesse.
Perfect. That's amazing because I mean I didn't. I'm glad we didn't build like an awesome friendship and bond at PowerCon because I didn't get asked to be on the show. That's cool. It's not a big deal.
Hey, I'll talk to him tonight.
I don't want your sloppy seconds. So
Guy will put a good word in for you.
it reminds me of Jesus.
Yeah,
So
he's a good dude.
and that's what I mean. Not his looks at all. I don't think that's I was referring to his giving nature. So. Luckily, unfortunately, though, I'm not like Jesus, and I don't forgive him for picking Kyle over me for his show.
Wow.
So
I'm
is
excited
he
about you being on
watching?
there.
He normally watches. doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he's probably
He's
at RetroCon.
He's at RetroCon.
Oh, that son of a bit. Forming more bonds and friendships that he's not going to invite on his show. That's awesome. The people, and we've said it 847 times, the people fucking make this, dude. Hanging out with those guys, and that's awesome. Being on their show, if you're fortunate enough to get asked, it's amazing. It's weird. I still haven't been invited to Legion's Lair or Legion's Lounge or Mythic Conversations or.
Join the club.
So I'm
Really? I've got them scheduled next week.
Yeah, but you're not. but
I told Brad and Michael, I was like, hey, you guys should come to Michigan. We could do a little fun thing. It'd be good. Brad's like, that sounds awesome. Michael's like, oh, that's like a 4-hour drive, dude.
4 hours.
4 hours. Oh boy.
And obviously we get to see Nate. I mean, we kind of are spoiled with the fact that Nate is a Michigander.
Right, and you
Right.
that you think that would only make it more like we should
That
really
you
have
would be-
Pete
that
on.
you'd
You
be
know?
there.
Yeah, they're like. I mean, I understand why they haven't asked you. They're like, okay, well, Travis without Pete, he's not gonna laugh. That's what he's good for.
Right, what's he going to do?
No, we're not. No, he doesn't actually create laughs. He just laughs.
Okay.
His laugh is great.
Here's what's the common denominator here? Pete doesn't get asked on other podcasts, and they cancel the Legions Con thing. What's the common denominator?
People are threatened by my hilarity. Is the problem? Nobody wants to be overshadowed by Pete. Man, we bring him on the lounge. Everybody's like, "Oh, you should have Pete back." That's the reason I never went back on POTU. People fucking loved me,
They loved Puck.
and I
Yeah.
had to walk
Drop it.
away. I had to walk away.
We couldn't take this sort of
You know?
competition. We
It's
realized that we had an enemy in the ranks,
You want to know
and he
who's
was going to get the most ratings. So
You want to know who's terrified? Dooch. Terrified to have me on his show. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to take it over just like Gerard did Legions Cast. You know? It's crazy.
So, I got to tell you
I
this.
tried to keep a straight face. I could.
I was catching up on Legion's Cast, and there was the episode where I think Chris called out Steve for being, hey, you're just handing over the reins. So the next episode, Steve was back. Steve was in charge.
Alpha.
But anytime it was time to move to a new segment, hey Jeremy, are we gonna do this? What do you think? We should?
I would like your implied written consent to move on to a new topic, please, boss.
It's like, listen to this alpha bitch.
see, he likes to be dominated, and that's why him and I kind of moved apart because I wasn't going to dominate him.
You're not that guy. You are not that
You'll
guy.
pee on him.
I'll pee on him, yeah, but not to assert dominance.
That's just to help him.
Yeah, it's just to make it slippery.
That's how
at
Steve's
least,
hair grows.
At least the Legion's lair, at least they made excuses as to why they didn't have me on. Yeah, we're like booked out till like February. And like I watch it, it's like it's that squirrel that water skis. Like that's who they picked over. Dude, we would have had you on last week, but we had Grumpy Cat on, and it just we couldn't find the time.
Speaking of people that listen to the podcast, I have a message from someone real quick.
Probably from Derek.
Okay.
Either.
Yeah. Who was that from? Was that Steve?
Nope.
No. Oh.
He had a buttload
Well,
of
whoever it
stickers,
was
too.
needs to go back to him and say, "Hey, we want him for
We want you on.
we want you on Mesquite-Con. Come out to Mesquite-Con."
Yeah, come to Muskegon, man.
Muskie-Con.
Lefebvre.
Oh, okay.
Lefebvre.
Assistant producer Christopher Lefebvre.
Yeah, no.
Pretty awesome. That's badass.
That's pretty cool.
Kevin Eastman's a freaking angel. I love that guy. He's
That
so
is-
nice.
Yeah, super cool.
All right. Before I start gushing all over.
Well, thank you, Kevin. We appreciate the endorsement.
Yeah.
I've heard he's a super nice guy. So, and I've heard his wife is super nice as well.
And
Hot. Yeah, she's beautiful.
That guy knew what he was doing, you're saying?
Oh,
yeah, money.
Toy Drama. Did you guys see the post in the Cabal about shipping notices? So,
Wow.
I mean, I didn't. I'm just assuming it's there because it's there every day. So,
So let me ask. I want to get you guys' opinion on
oh,
this.
good.
Moving
Because I
on-
love those.
Moving on from Haslab. It is that time of the Cabal where
We all hit snooze for 30 days.
where it can be a little hard. Shipping notices. Why didn't I get mine yet?
I got his.
Yep.
Like we're all in the third grade. His crayon pack's got a purple and mine doesn't.
they need to slow down with these pre-orders because we're waiting on this. You know, all these like kind of like, and it always is. It kind of goes in these cycles.
Yep.
All the stuff gets mailed out, and then everybody's good, and then we get to do this all again. And a lot of times when I see these comments, the majority of the time it's new people. It's people that are new to the line and don't understand that, hey, you pre-ordered this. It's gonna take time. This how it works.
Yeah.
All these things. I believe the newbies are a good thing.
They keep the line growing.
I understand they're frustrating. Like, I get it. I totally do get it. But I also am like, man, we need those people, like, to keep this.
But do we?
I'm with Pete. I mean, I'm with Pete. I'm gonna,
especially when they're
I'm going to keep buying Legions no matter how many new people do it.
right. So okay, new people. Hey, I only ordered this figure because I only had a spare money. I bought this one figure. Don't need you. I don't need a one figure buy guy. I don't. You know what I mean? The people are like, well, I got my all. And what I really love is when people like order their figures separately and they did an all in, and they got all their separate figures, but they haven't gotten their all in yet, and they're really upset. And I'm like, bitch, you got all the figures.
Yeah,
You're just waiting on your all in. That's all in one box. Like I don't. So
people want their stuff and they want it now. God damn it!
See, these new people don't understand etiquette. They're so with Travis. Travis goes to his first orgy, right? Shows up stag. Like that's against the rules. Like everybody goes, hey, you got to bring a dish to pass. You can't just walk in here and bang our wives. That's not how this works. You know what I mean? And they send him on his way, and that's what we should be doing. We should be sending these irresponsible orgy goers on their way.
I think I'm gonna make a rule, a hot tub party rule. If you're not getting in the hot tub, you don't get to just stand over the hot tub
and look at titties
and stare at people.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, that's not going to work for me. Yeah. No, sorry.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just stand here and hang out.
No. You get in the hot tub and hang out. Yeah.
So Trav's going to build a 9-foot fence with a gate around his hot tub.
I did. It's called my fenced-in backyard, and you can get out. You can get the fuck out.
Doodle, unless you're gonna show your noodle.
I'm just saying.
Quit perving.
Come on.
Quit perving.
I know you're looking at me.
It's like
that's why dudes are hanging around the hot tub.
It's like me on the show. Like, quit looking at everybody else's toys. Thanks, you best guy. You didn't bring nothing. We want to look at your toys, Pete.
Pete's like, here they
Better
are.
Start buying some toys.
So, Cody left. So he can't bring up pictures right now.
Do you? So I mean, do you think that's the answer though? Snooze the.
So here's where I'm at. You have to be a responsible audience member, right? So, example, you show up to a comedy show, then you get offended by jokes. Bitch, you came to a comedy club. Like, what did you expect to happen here, right? It's like walking into a strip club and being like, I can't believe I saw nipples. That is terrible. Like, you came to a strip club. So, I need to be a responsible cabal goer and go, motherfucker, you know what's going to happen. So I do one of two things. I ignore it, I avoid it, or I fight back.
It's three things.
Sometimes I fight back. Well, it's two of one. They're split, right?
Okay.
You know, there's three things we don't talk about. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Fight Club. And we don't talk about the people in the cabal, right? Those are the rules. No?
The glazed look on his face.
Bruno.
Oh, jeez.
From that it's a new Disney movie. That song that was everywhere. Anyways.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that Sasha Carrot, whatever that guy.
Oh, no. And I was not talking about Bruno Mars. I love talking about Bruno Mars. He's amazing. So,
he's a singer or something?
He is a singer. Yeah. His first name is actually Peter. It's the only thing him and I have in common.
His first name is really Peter?
Yeah, Peter Hernandez is his name. So,
maybe Matt should change his name then too.
Ignore it. Reply to it. It gets old replying to it because then you get the defenders that jump in, and then you also get the people that pile on. But then in the same token, then you get the new people that are like, why is this guy being an asshole? Well, this guy's not being an asshole. This guy's just being honest and saying, hey, man, Like, in this again, this in my opinion could all be avoided if the administration would do something about it, but they don't.
They do. They block you. They do.
But if
They blocked
they,
Eric.
so you're the official Facebook fan group of the Four Horsemen, right? How hard would it be to sit down with Gay Rich and those guys and go, hey, FAQs, pin the post to the top, and then every time somebody posts about shipping notice, they reply FAQs and delete it.
Yeah.
And you could look and go, hey, this is how shipping works. Jeremy's already typed all of this stuff up.
Yeah.
It's literally
and said it a million times.
And he said it a million times, and Jeremy always says it so eloquently.
Yeah.
Jeremy is so goddamn vanilla because he's so good at not tipping one way or the other.
Yeah.
Put all that together, but I have a sneaky suspicion that the administration intentionally doesn't do that because they like it. They like all of the posts. They like all of the controversy. They like getting
Keeps
tagged.
people talking.
Well, they like getting tagged repeatedly. Hey, Walter, help us out. Hey, Walter, you should do something. I think he likes that, and I get it. He's an active guy in his post, but at the end of the day, who do you pick? Do you take the newbies or do you take the veterans? Because you can't have it both ways. An FAQ section would save the cabal, and they just won't do it.
I just scroll.
Speaking of the cabal,
Right, and that's a great answer, and that's what I do now. I haven't posted on there in quite a while because I still go in there because I still love customs. Because as the people, like you said, as the people get the figures in hand, once we get past the bitching, once everybody's got them, then people start doing awesome poses. They start doing awesome photography. Then they start creating customs, and that's where I like to be in the cabal.
Still one of the best groups on Facebook.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Right, but it just you have
there's way
to take
too
a
much
break.
creativity in there.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's
Right.
absolutely amazing.
Speaking of the cabal, we actually just got a message from Cornboy, and this is a picture of Matt Rhodes from.
Oh, on the Eastman clip?
When I go to show the photo.
Oh, our audio cuts out?
Yeah.
That's,
Trying to figure that out.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Look at Cody doing work here.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is a super cool tattoo. And that's I mean, that's you.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
No, I just when you've got badass imagery, I mean,
it
that's
still looks
helpful.
cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, in fact, Nate Barrich has not sent me anything yet, but he did follow up with me last week that he was finishing up. He's at a con this last weekend, so I'm anticipating something the beginning of this week for the exclusive My Wife Is Going to Kill Me 4 Horseman logo.
Nice.
And I am super excited. So
I'll tell you, it's pretty wild to think that there was 3 different cons going on all over America.
Right.
That were all selling Legions.
Yeah, they're all being represented.
Yep, and with these street teams, I think that's a cool. I'm not gonna think it's real cool when I go to try and sell at a show and they're there. But,
right.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to a show and only Nate Barch is there.
No, I love that. I don't want to be trying.
He doesn't want to be trying to sell.
I don't want to try.
Legions.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
feel what
yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel you.
Which works. I mean, you just have to wait till noon to pull all your Legions out.
Yeah, exactly.
Curtis Ackerman complimented us on our tablecloth. This is the same tablecloth we've always had, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I mean, there's poop stains and
Well,
Jeremy's piss on it. And
I did try and try to open.
Well,
it up
he's
a
been
little bit.
shitting on us the whole time because he's a Steven Cuck. So
Who has been Curtis?
yeah.
Oh.
I got a DM from Derek Harris that says Ackerman's shitting on everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, what did he say?
Yeah, he just comes out and he's like, "Fuck all y'all. I want to blow Steve." That's essentially what I mean. If
Wait,
you take
who
all the
said
stuff he
something
says,
about Vacation Pete?
there's
Scroll
stuff
back
about
up.
piping Pete and they didn't super chats on. Okay.
Super chat. Super
People
chat,
don't
super chat.
deserve to be heard.
Trevor Williams. Damn, they beat us to the squirrel.
That dude is so fucking funny, man.
Oh man, I can't
And he's
wait
a
to- I can't wait
sleeper.
to see him again.
I know, dude.
Oh,
Those
shit.
guys are so much fun.
What do you guys newbies, good or bad for the line? What do you think?
I think they're good for the line.
Well, they're obviously good for the line because
you want it to
know,
keep growing. And,
They're just gonna have to learn, and eventually they'll shit on the other people that bitch about it too.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. I mean, that's just kind of how.
Well, it's just going to
We're-
keep going. When the noobs now realize this is standard, then there's going to be other noobs that are doing it, and it's just going to be a cycle. So
I'll tell you when those
keep scrolling, baby.
when those cosmics hit,
Oh, jeez.
and they're actually getting into people's hands, and then you're gonna get you're gonna get new collectors who they maybe aren't into the mythological, but they're into that shit, man. And then you're gonna get those people who are gonna be slamming in.
Yep.
And I'm excited about it. But other groups that I'm in, it's not hard to find drama. I mean, it is.
No, it's there.
Judging by all the stuff you brought today, you're right.
I'm tired of a lot of it.
It's the same
same-
drama.
It is.
It's like a year ago when we were talking about pricing.
Yes.
People bitching about having to pay secondary market prices. Now we're bitching about, people waiting for pre-orders.
Yeah. So
and
it just,
next week it'll be people bitching that Pete's not on any fucking podcast. It's just
when I read some of these,
They're the ones missing out.
I'll tell you, Marvel Legends groups right now are brutal. They're mad at Hasbro. They're mad at this. Like, I'm seeing a lot.
fucking.
Of
They
people,
can stand in line because Star Wars people been fucking Hasbro and Star Wars been fucking it up for 2 years now.
Well, and the Turtles stuff, the He-Man stuff, all that shit. I mean, it's wherever you go.
Yeah.
There's people just bitching.
Yeah.
They get new stuff and it's either too expensive or there's QC issues or they sent me the international version instead of the American version or blah blah blah.
And I'm American.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So, I don't know. It's all over the place. People they now have their opinions and they think that their opinions need to be heard all the time.
Yeah.
Which I'm guilty of course.
Well,
I think we all are.
and I understand
but,
that.
Yeah, but when my opinions are right, it just
Yeah, I mean, you do have a point.
I will agree, and Pete said it earlier. One thing that does drive me crazy, okay? Someone gets on and posts, I just don't really like that, I got to wait this long to get my figures, blah, blah, blah. And then, so I don't, I don't think I'm going to stick with this line. Or I'm only,
right,
whatever.
The threat.
Yeah, and then you'll get people who will jump in and go, dude, just be strong. Wait for it. It's your money. Do your own thing. But
thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, you're gonna regret it. And then people will be like, "Hey, stop flaming this guy for having an opinion." And I'm like, he put his fucking opinion on the internet.
Right.
You're gonna get flamed. It don't even matter. Your opinion could be right.
Yep.
And not only right, it could be sound, blah blah blah. But somebody is gonna go, I don't. It's the internet.
In fact, I pride myself on knowing that somebody else is right, taking the other stance, and then getting a bandwagon on my side. That's one of my hobbies. I will intentionally go into a fight knowing that I'm wrong, only to fight to the bitter end and convince people to be on my side. There is nobody in this room that could create a cult better than me.
Challenge accepted.
Truth. That's the truth. In a zombie apocalypse, I'm your Negan. I'm your governor. Everybody is going to look to me for leadership. What are we going
I'm
to
your
do, Pete?
Negan. I'm your governor.
I'm all of those things.
I'm your alpha.
Yep.
Steve's the beta.
Oh yeah.
Steve would die in the first chapter.
Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
He would freeze to death because we wouldn't be able to salvage any gloves big enough for his hands.
No, he wouldn't make it to
Frostbite.
winter because he'd have to run down a hallway to avoid getting eaten, and he'd make it about 4 steps.
He'd run fast. He'd run perfectly fast. It's just he'd get stuck at the door at the end.
Yeah.
We would use
Who
Steven,
put this train
He
here?
comes last.
we would use
Block
Steven
it.
to wedge the door closed so we could all get out
They have to
safely.
eat through him before, and we'll be long gone by then.
Obviously,
He
I
will
would,
have his dog.
obviously I would lose weight. And let's be honest, the only thing in this world right now that doesn't make me the best of everything is the fact that I'm fat. Once I'm skinny, y'all motherfuckers better watch out.
I know. If Pete lost weight, we would.
If my-
we
Yeah.
would be
If I was good looking if I was as physically good looking as I am mentally confident, you'd all be in trouble. So
That's why I keep encouraging him to eat.
We have that version
Are you
of Pete.
sure you
though.
don't want more
We
McDonald's?
have that version of Pete. It's Dylan.
that sexy bastard.
All right.
All right.
Got some toy news, buddy?
Oh, yeah, there's lots of toy news. Lots of toy news. Lots of toy news.
Really?
What do we got first? No, there's not that much. It's about a middle ground. The first thing we have is there we go. The little green dude right here.
Oh, Dozer.
Matt Rodriguez's favorite company, Boss Fight, is putting out some Fraggle Rock figures here. What is it? Are you?
That's me. I turned
okay.
it down. I turned it down. It's
A Flaggle! No, it's a doozer, I'm assuming.
Doozer. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. A doozer, not a dozer.
That used to be this chick in high school called me a doozer. I can see why now, looking at it. Just no beard.
I think he called you a doucher.
Oh, maybe it was doucher. I don't know. Pretty fun if you like the Fraggles. No, nobody. You guys didn't watch Fraggle Rock?
I
did.
Fraggles.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I watched it so much I got the name wrong.
I've never once seen an episode of Fraggle.
Moki.
Are you kidding me?
Gobo.
Yeah. You didn't watch any nothing.
Red.
Yeah.
I was legitimately only watching boys' toys or boys' cartoons.
This was Jim Henson, man. It was Muppets. No?
No.
Oh, fuck you, Curtis.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I was waiting. I wasn't even. Just like he said, I was reading them comments, but I wasn't bringing them up.
Oh, no. Now he's posting on Facebook, too. So,
What's he
God,
posting?
wow.
if you ever thought Pete was funnier than Steven, tune in live to YouTube and see why you were wrong.
He is just loving the taste of Steven's helmet.
Wait until he really gets to hang out with Steve in person.
Uh-huh.
Steve's like, okay, it's 8:30. It's time
Yeah,
for
he's
bed."
gonna realize that he snubs him left and right.
Yeah, I can't
He's
wait.
gonna be
because
like,
I'm gonna
wow.
make sure Curtis Ackerman knows where the big party is to come hang out with us. That I'm gonna go somewhere else, like other people do at Legions Con.
On Legion's Cast, they were talking, and Steve had a big old fit because he had asked Jeremy to share a room with him. Gerard and Jeremy said no.
No, I'm an adult.
He didn't want to hear his goddamn.
It's not fucking. It's not camp. We're not going to summer camp.
We're not
together.
going to a. We're not going to.
We're not going to Celebration and stacking dudes
Yeah,
like cordwood.
like cordwood, like bodies in
We
the
all-
zombie apocalypse.
We all love LBC, and we know that he's a little vanilla, right? He's a little vanilla. He's not Steve Vanilla.
No.
He's like, I'm not going to bed at 8:30.
No.
I'm not holding your hand. I'm not scratching your back so you can fall asleep.
Well, his boy toy Rodriguez went to bed early with him too at PowerCon.
Yep.
Yeah. I got Matt to stay out a little bit at PowerCon in years past, but yeah, Steve was always. He went to bed, and I'm the one coming in at 3 a.m. tanked, like a ton of pictures. I hung out with all these people. It's great.
So I'm not surprised that Ackerman loves Steve because Ackerman sounds like a bitch too.
I'll make sure to tell you good night at 8:15, Curtis, at Legions Con.
We'll walk you both to your room.
So yeah. Anyway, the doozer's about 3 inches tall.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that would be scale though, because
Right, because if you put out the Fraggles, they're gonna probably
be
be
6 or 9.
Yeah, at
they're,
least.
They're yeah.
Yep. So 7 points of articulation, comes equipped with a harness, walkie-talkie, hammers, wrench, blueprints, and we're moving on to Mega Man.
Cody's like, I got shit
He's
to
like,
do.
we're
He's
done.
like, let's go.
We are done with that. This
The
is
vomit's at the bottom of my throat. We got to move on.
This is a Jada Toys Mega Man. He's 6 inches, and we saw a little bit of a preview a few weeks ago. Pre-orders are coming soon. We just know it's by Jada Toys. That's all the information we have and the only picture we have. So I love me some Mega Man, and I can't wait. Look at he's cute. Look at that cute motherfucker right there.
Why
Look at
does he
that.
only have one tooth, one large tooth?
You know,
He's smiling.
There's no definition in his
like,
tooth.
I loved playing Mega Man. I thought that was. I was not a. How many ever there was.
I mean, you didn't love it like Curtis loved Steve.
No.
But you enjoyed it.
No, not even
right?
close. But I I don't have any desire to. Which is weird because I loved video games, but like I don't have that. But also my collecting is,
Yeah, you're focused, man.
Yeah.
This shit's all bright colors and happy cartoony looking. Yeah, this is Jeremy shit.
Oh, I totally get that.
Yeah, I love me some video games. So
Well, and I mean, we've talked about it numerous times. Like, if you want to remain a toy vendor,
You
better start buying video games.
Yeah.
stuff.
Diversify.
Yeah.
diversify.
Yep. Because that's the generation, that
yep.
Yeah.
This is the big one for the week.
Look at Pete. It comes with dice.
Dungeons and Dragons. We were just talking about this recently too. Like, why'd they never make those figures? Well, here the fuck they are. Hasbro's doing a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons. This one right here is.
So like 40th anniversary. Is that what that 40 is?
Yeah,
I'm
it looks
pretty
like
sure.
it.
Yeah,
Cartoon.
that's about right.
I have obviously no. I mean, I've been playing D&D for 2 years. Like I have no attachment to. I didn't know there was a cartoon until.
Yeah. So
you know,
you've never seen this at all?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Nope.
I loved
It was
I'm not
good.
a loser.
When I was
I don't watch cartoons. Are you kidding me?
when I was talking about watching boys cartoon. This was a cartoon, and I would say this was a boys and girls cartoon. But
Yeah.
Venture
Venture was
was scary.
he was scary.
Tiamat.
Tiamat?
Yeah,
the
Tiamat was legit.
Yeah.
It was a good, and the premise for it was fun.
Right.
The kids get on a ride.
Yeah, it was on a roller coaster.
Roller
or
coaster.
something.
They get on a
Right,
Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons roller coaster,
Yep.
and the roller coaster takes them into this realm,
Oh.
and
So
they
they're
all get
people from
turned
our
into
world.
they all get turned into different characters.
You're playing Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons.
like
And
an
it
adventure.
was a fun. It was fun.
Yeah. And it had its Jar Jar Binks, the unicorn.
Oh yeah. Ugh, I hate
Yeah,
it.
this is a part of that Target Geek Out thing that's been going on. So this one in particular is a Target exclusive. It's Venger and Dungeon Master, and it looks like they all come with dice. So that's kind of fun too.
I like me some dice.
Anybody buying these?
I already ordered them.
I was gonna say there's a lot of people that have been.
I pre-ordered them yesterday.
Yeah, $50 for that 2-pack there.
Man.
Target exclusive.
It's on Pulse as well. Target
Yep,
and Pulse
Hasbro
has
Pulse,
it. Yep.
yep.
I ordered mine through Target though, so
I do love that they're going this route.
okay.
Oh,
Travis
yeah,
just got
Trav
up and just
disappeared,
walked
just like
away.
that.
All
Fuck
right.
Trav, I guess we're just
Yeah.
gonna.
And they've
Knocking over all his
it's,
toys.
Yeah, that's a 2-pack, and then they released.
Oh, here we go.
Bobby and
My expectation is they're probably going to do some really cool like packaging as far as how it will display. Of course, there we go. Come on. So this is what I think you're going to be looking at is some cool. And they did the same thing with Dritz. They included
there's the
dice.
packaging.
Oh, okay. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Oh, except for they won't be doing so they probably won't do the plastics. You won't actually be able to see. Ugh, gosh.
Unless it's a slipcase like that one is.
Yep, and maybe it is. I don't know. My guess is with Hasbro's new way of doing things, it probably isn't. But
So we also have other characters. They've only shown us, I believe, 4 sets here. There should be a chick with like a bow staff.
Yeah, there's
There we go. Diana.
Yep, there's Diana, there's Hank, and then there's Bobby and Uni.
Yep. All coming with that die. I love that art too on that packaging there. That's cool. Is that no plastic packaging?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully your figure doesn't look like shit underneath there.
Or hopefully when you get it at the store, if you happen to wait until it comes in the store, hopefully you don't get it home and find out there's a 20-year-old Mega Man action figure in it.
It'd probably be worth more.
It might.
It would look like shit.
I do like that they kept the cartoon accurate. Usually I like them when I get these figures. I like them to be a little more lifelike, so they're somewhere in between cartoons. So they, but these are very much the cartoon figures. They look
if
really
it ain't
good.
broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
They do.
I love the attention to detail in the sculpt of that staff. It's like, hey, we got a sister company that's got all these glow sticks that didn't light up. What are we going to do with them? Let's make them bow staffs.
Got your barbarian
Bobby
right?
and Bobby and Uni.
So seeing these, it makes me happy too from a standpoint of, so we got the Dritz last year or 2 years ago, they're still going into Dungeons and Dragons properties, which makes me happy.
Well, NEC is doing something. So
stuff.
we've got, and who does the Dritz? Do you remember who did the Dritz?
Hasbro.
Hasbro did the Dritz?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we've got Hasbro doing this line, the Dritz, the other one you're talking about, and then NEC is doing theirs. So, yeah, I mean, lots of stuff coming up. And the thing with this line is there's not a ton of figures.
No.
Obviously, they got to do Tiamat, and then they've got the Cavalier, the Magician. There's Hank.
I loved Hank.
Of these, of this wave, and then, I mean, there might be some
He had that
side.
Leaf Garrett hair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had old man Kyle hair. That's exactly what my hair looked like back in the day.
That's a Halloween costume.
Throw it back
for you,
out,
buddy.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I would never do that again. I would never be able to do that again.
Doesn't matter.
Split down the middle,
I want
baby.
to see some long hair.
Feathered back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's me, dude. I'm telling you right there.
Do it.
That's me, 1983, right there.
I want to see this for a Halloween costume for you.
Moving on from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, moving on from D&D.
Oh.
What? I don't know anything about this, but here it is.
And/or Target exclusive repaint of the 6th time they've released this figure.
Shore Trooper.
Yep.
You know what? I loved it. I think it looks cool, but I'm like, how many times are you guys really gonna do this?
Now,
to
is
people?
it just repainted because it's Andor now and they're different?
Yep.
Just look
The
different
difference
on
on this one are the silver and white stripes across the shoulders and across the chest.
But I mean, if you're a completist, you need this guy, right?
Not only if you're a completist, if you're an army builder, or I mean,
Well, I can tell you that they don't sell for jack.
oh
No?
no,
they
this
just
is not something you pick up and try to flip down the road. This
No.
is you buy it because you want it for you.
Yep.
Real quick, Kyle just mentioned that was a picture of him in 1983. Cody, I just sent you a picture of me in 83. Would you put that up on the screen, please? Facebook Messenger.
Gonna be an embryo. Yeah. It makes sense too. Look at the size of that.
That's me in 1983.
Yeah.
You're old, Kyle.
I know.
You're old.
I know. Hey, you know what though, Pete?
Travis, don't laugh at that. It's not funny. Steven didn't say it. Stop, guys. What are you laughing at? Steve's not here.
I was laughing at.
You know what, Pete? The next
Travis's
next
face.
time I come, I'm gonna bring my actual baby picture. It's in black and white.
What I really love is you said
You're gonna come at home
I was saying
and then bring it here.
No, my actual
that's
baby
what
picture.
I thought. The next time I come, I'm gonna bring. Whoa! Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh no!
We don't
Not
have a-
actual ejaculation cum.
Right.
No.
Can't wait to see those spider webs shoot out of there.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
I will say, like that Dritz figure. I mean, those are cool for the nostalgia factor. That Dritz figure is amazing. Like
Yeah.
they did a great job.
They did do a good job.
If they stay in that line, so in the player's handbook, when you look at all the different races and classes, they have artist imaginings of what they could be. If they turned all of those into a collection of figures, I'd be all in. But
Now-
I'm telling you right now, the monsters are where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about the way they're doing sculpt and paint apps and stuff now, you give you give us a big beholder. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just all the different creatures that they could do would be absolutely awesome.
Well, they have done some of those like on a smaller scale, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen some.
Yeah, but you need to if you're going to continue with this line. If this does, you need a 6-inch. Now is that going to
We're
end up
back to
being
D&D,
Haslab?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back to D&D. Yeah, we're back to D&D. Now, is this Dritz here? And again, I don't know a whole lot about it. Is this an artist rendition of what this figure looks like, or is this as close to?
Well, Hasbro.
That's how he's drawn in the player's handbook.
Hasbro owns this.
Okay.
So they.
Wizards of the Coast.
So, for example, like with
Was
Star Wars
TSI.
figures, you get Darth Vader.
Yep.
But then they also released an original McQuarrie where it's very different, but yet it's
Yeah.
still got the same style.
Well,
And they release it now. So where would this Dritz? Could they release another Dritz figure that would be like an artist rendition of it
They could.
previous? I
Yes,
mean,
they could.
to Pete's point, where
So
they can release
the
these.
first time I ever saw Dritz was the first book he was written in, and he looked like, just an African American male. He looked like a black man,
Okay.
and really was like, okay, so this is what a dark elf looks like. Well, that changed, of course.
It changes, of course.
Yeah, I mean, the first book, they're like, hey, dude, we got a dark elf, we got a barbarian, and we got a dwarf. Let's, can you draw? You know, I mean, that's kind of how it worked, right? I don't think there was a lot of, like,
thought
then,
through
of
it.
course,
Okay.
as this goes, they do comic books, you know, they do trade paperbacks.
So the figure is very close
To what's in the
to
D&D
what's in
player's
that.
handbook.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering if
Yes.
they could do different things with that same figure. Release, you know, not that again, coming from the Star Wars thing, you don't want 4 of the same figure no matter how many times it's been realized. But I'm wondering if they could do something like that.
What I would see them.
I mean, you would for Dritz.
I actually wouldn't.
No, because that's a very iconic look. It would be like to your point of fucking with Darth Vader. I mean, Darth Vader's supposed to look a certain way. You can only take so many liberties with Darth Vader before people go, that's not Darth Vader. You know what I mean? Again, the black face of being a shadow elf is really the only complaint that some people have based on the way that he's written. But that character underneath Ranger or Elf or whatever is in the player's handbook. Each one of those classes and races has an artist rendition of that. So they could bring every one of those to life. A barbarian, a fighter, a cleric, a sorcerer, a warlock, a wizard. And they could do all of those figures imagined based on the lore of what everybody goes when they think of a paladin, this is what they see.
Okay,
You know?
and so in the handbook, are they quite a bit different than they are in the actual book?
Well, but it's apples and oranges. Okay, so the book series is in the same universe and is written. The player's handbook is specifically for the game.
Okay.
And what the player's handbook is designed to do is it's basically an inspirational photo. So you
So
see
like a movie comic version,
right?
Like
so
that
you
kind
see
of apples and
you
oranges.
see a halfling, but the player's handbook is in the Forgotten Realm, and it's all the same geography and the same type of stuff, but everybody's character is different.
Okay.
You use that player's handbook to build your character, and your character looks however you design your character.
I got
to
you.
look.
I got you.
Right.
I got you.
Yep.
So they okay.
So
like for me,
because the player's handbook is specifically for the game.
this is my Dritz. And
That's the custom one that Chris
yes,
made you.
This is a custom that Chris made. A couple other people contributed. Anthony House Seal, Fred Broca. But this is, to me, this is my Dritz. That's why I've never opened that.
Right.
Is because I'm like, this is, to me,
You're good.
it's 10 times better.
You're good.
Right.
Yeah, yep. I'm keeping that because of my attachment to the character and everything.
Well,
But
you've
I'm-
got 30 books now that he's been in.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got what he's read in these novels of what he imagined it to be. The only Dritz I know is from the player's handbook.
From the handbook.
And it's
Okay.
that one image, which is that iconic image of Dritz.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Nice.
Sorry, Jeremy.
No, that's fine. Talk about it, man. That works for me. Going back to Star Wars stuff, there's another release that they had, Target exclusive. It's the Black Series Imperial Officer Varix action figure.
It's Andor.
That's from Andor
Yeah.
as well.
And Andor's a planet?
No, Andor is a character. Cassian Andor.
Oh, then I lied to my son.
Isn't it Endor? Maybe?
Endor is a planet.
Okay.
Andor.
Andor
See,
is
and
a
that's
person.
and me.
'Cause
I'm
he asked
going
me about
Andor.
Actually, Endor is a moon.
Hey, Dad, you
Okay.
want to watch Andor with me? And I said, yeah. He goes, what's it about? So I think Andor's a planet, bud. So
Understandable. And that's not really lying.
Call Kyle.
Speed dial.
I didn't have 80 minutes to be on the phone.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I will say that that is a good thing, though, that they're putting out characters from the show, so we're at least getting new characters.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they're in time, so that
That'll take
figure
place Rogue One-ish.
yeah.
this
right?
Andor is taking place 5 years before Rogue One, and they've already said that they believe it's only going to be 3 seasons, and the final episode will lead right up to Rogue One. I've heard that there's a possibility that when you see Andor in Rogue One the first time when they introduce him, the shot that is the last shot is the reverse shot, like him walking away toward that meeting,
Oh, that's cool.
and then
It's kind of
Rogue
cool how
One,
they
so-
do that now. Streaming stuff is pretty neat.
So-
this series.
If K2SO isn't in it, I'm not watching it.
well, at some point
It's got to be in it.
he's got to be, because if this takes place directly between this and leads up to, then it's got to show
I love
what
K2.
they put in. What they how he
Isn't that
rescues.
Alan, isn't that Alan Tudyk's
Alan
voice?
Tudyk, yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
dude in everything he's ever been
Yep.
in. I mean, obviously, 28 Days was.
Next, we have Buzzworthy Bumblebee Transformers. Some Target exclusives. The first one being Nest. Oh, it says Transformers Studio Series Nest Autobot Ratchet action figure. Is that now that again? There's no plastic, right? So
there
that
is
just-
not. That is
okay.
just
Because the way I looked at it earlier, it kind of looked like it was plastic, but now
Yeah.
it's blown up a little bit. It
no.
doesn't.
There is not. It's just a
It's
gaping
just so
hole.
dangerous. It's
Yeah.
just so dangerous.
You can reach in and touch that figure.
You can reach in and touch that figure. You can reach your finger down the side and grab a weapon and pull it out.
Steal that bitch.
What the fuck are people doing?
Hey, I
They're
would
saving the
I
environment.
would
man.
take this. I would take this over the completely enclosed box.
Oh, I get it.
They should just put some screen across it.
He's Ratchet has been known to be in some versions like a heavy duty ambulance and
Yeah, he
kind of
went
stuff,
from
right?
a regular ambulance, a white and
Right.
red ambulance, to SUV Hummer type,
Yeah.
yellow and green. In the first couple of movies to this movie, they literally
more
can
like
just
more like a SWAT truck. than an
Yeah.
ambulance.
yeah. These movie figures. Ugh.
Curtis just said that Andor as a action figure is about as interesting as Old Man Kyle as a host.
Now he's just trying to be.
He's just
hurtful.
wait. Yeah, he just wants. He's
Curtis-
setting himself up to be lynched, motherfucker.
Curtis-
You know what?
God, Curtis looks like he smells like a whorehouse on Nickel Night.
I'm pretty sure Curtis is that athlete that sits in the stands and then shit talks all the players after he got cut from the team.
Yeah.
You know?
I was too good to be on the team.
Right.
You know, it's like that dude. It won't be fair.
I hope he's going to be at Legion's Con. I can't wait to meet him.
Oh, he is.
Next, Bone Crusher from the same series, the Buzzworthy Bumblebee series. Why
so
are they called it?
They look like they do look like they took the first one and then just moved the parts around. and took
Right?
another
Yeah,
photo,
it's kind of boring, ain't it?
you know.
Oh, another gray Transformer.
Is this this is obviously another movie design,
Yes,
right?
this is all movie stuff.
Now, is it from the Transformers movie or is it?
No, it's
From
from
the Buzz- or the
from
Bumblebee
American Tail
movie.
Fievel movie.
Yeah.
You want to let me finish my fucking sentence, man? Curtis, Jesus Christ!
So literally, they took the same vehicle and put a giant claw
They
arm
put an
the
arm
front.
on it.
No, this has got a dual rear axle, and it looks like to be on a like a 5/4 ton platform, like a military troop carrier.
Yeah, it's probably smaller than the ambulance on the. Yeah.
It's smaller than the motorcycle.
Yeah.
How's that hangover going, Cody?
He's fine. He's fine, just fine. And then last we have the Transformers Studio Series Optimus Prime action figure, another Target exclusive.
How is that going to scale?
It's bigger. That's for sure. Is he just hanging out of it, or is that literally
That one
art?
is. That one looks like it's boxed in.
See,
Yeah.
man, that makes.
So that's going to be one of the $50 ones, probably.
Yeah, he's definitely more.
63 moves is what it takes.
To transform.
You know, they have like the ranking system on it.
Yeah.
Like I look at this one, 63 moves. That's the fuck my life level.
And then try memorizing that shit.
God.
It does look sweet.
Yeah. So the first one we showed was going to be 25. The second one is 34, and Optimus here is $56.
And I love this. This thing is cool. I love being able to put all his weapons on this and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. But I don't know. It's hard. Like if I'm gonna do
I can't get into the movie stuff.
Yeah.
I just can't. They all look the same.
Never tell who
I could get
anybody
into
is.
one of the movie things, but it'd be Megan Fox.
Oh, the old toe thumbs.
The old toe thumbs.
What?
Haven't
Yeah.
we talked about this before?
She's got
She's got stubby thummies.
she's got
like
weird
Steve
fingernail.
What?
Yeah.
Got like hammer thumbs or something.
Yeah, like
something
hammer
like
thumbs,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. And she puts them
Just
in
Google
MGK's
Megan
butt.
Fox fingernails. The things we think of here.
And there's Cody.
What the fuck is wrong with her thumb? Look at it. Travis, look at it. It's a thumb. Could you imagine, like, my brother and Cody are the guys that are good looking enough to go, no, I'm not going to date her because of this. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, us, we can't complain about a toe thumb.
Yep.
Oh, we got the Hobo D2, the homeless robot from Star Wars.
I've never heard of this toy line, and I ran across this on one of the toy news sites this morning. It's it's called Death Gas Station, and this guy is Homeless Joe.
You're close. You're so close.
This guy, dude, this is fun, man.
I think it looks cool.
Go through some of his pics, man. It's like he's a homeless robot.
He's got
Just
it
chilling.
comes with smoke.
what
It comes
is
with
it
smoke
from?
for his pipe.
It's called Death Gas Station. So, no idea. Look at, he's got a little, like a tent. He's got a heater there, cooking some stuff.
I just tore down one of these tents last week.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you freaking bum!
Sorry, I
Did
didn't
you
mean
hear-
to
did you
overstay
hear
my
our
welcome.
Homeless guy died. The one that was here, that was always here.
Willie?
Yeah, he passed away.
That's
Did
what
you
happens
say
when you tear
really?
down a guy's house. He dies of exposure.
I think this guy is really cool. And it looks like he comes with those like little thought things as well. He's got bottles of booze, and he's got his little
Okay,
his cap.
We
And,
should all drink one for Willie.
oh, one for. All right, for
One
Willie.
One for homeless Willie.
Homeless Willie.
I won't have to clean up one of his piss jugs again.
That's Jeremy's piss jug.
What, like fire for
Sure
an
was.
unresponsive male? Nope, he's just laying behind the Dollar General eating ice cream. He's fine. You know how many times they did that?
A lot.
They found a guy down. It's just Willie. He's fine. He's eating an ice cream
I
sandwich.
think there's a dead guy over here.
So
He
these
smelled dead.
Apparently this time he was.
these figures, they're by Damn Toys, Coal Dog. So the brand, like I said, is Death Gas Station, and the pre-order for Homeless Joe here is $160.
What?
Yeah, third quarter of 2023.
I'm sorry, did you say how big?
No, it's 1/12 scale.
6
So,
inches.
6 inches.
Wow. That's pretty.
It's
That's neat, though.
that's
I
what I
mean,
mean.
it's
Like,
cool,
it was just
but-
really unique. I'd never seen.
I would have
something
thought
like that.
Mezco
Like that.
made that
The idea
Yeah.
is really fun.
at that price point. Wow.
I was
want
thinking.
these.
I was thinking Acid Rain.
This is the Freedom Brothers.
Oh, I got. There's
fucking-
more. There's
Oh.
more coming up.
Ooh.
I know.
Oh, yeah, let's see
There's
it.
more than
I'm
just
sorry.
homeless Joe.
I'm sorry for trying to contribute. You know what? Why don't you guys just read fucking Ackerman's things out loud?
All right,
It'll be fine. Get
those
some
of us that
relax.
contribute actually send our shit to Cody in the morning.
You know what?
You're not on mic. I can't listen to you.
Inception of this show for a reason. You're a fucking asshole.
Better get fucking used to it.
You're never gonna be on the logo ever.
I'm never gonna be a knitted character either.
Yo,
I've accepted my fucking position.
what does that make me? I've been here since the inception.
Jeremy's like, I'm the one that has to draw the logo.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm just the promo guy that they fucking decided to give a mic to.
I guess.
Reluctantly. Yeah, I did actually. There's a couple more figures in there too from the same company. Some are already available. The King, yes. This
Oh,
it's
you
from
need
the same
that.
line. It's Death Gas Station.
The King Pelvis.
Yeah, the King Pelvis. I figure Steven would enjoy that. And then the Freedom Brother. The two guys.
Those
They're
are
free.
Those
Those are pretty
I'm
cool.
telling you, this line is freaking cool. And then I forget this guy's name. He's like a gas station attendant
Oh, you should have
dude,
done the prep work before the show this morning.
or a like an auto mechanic guy.
all robots.
Yep, all robots. Maybe it's a comic series. It seems like that would be.
Well, I was trying to do the research, but you shit on me, so fuck you. Just give your half truths, and
Just trying to excite you. Just trying to show you what I can do.
I was trying not to have that happen because Steve wasn't here today, but
I guess Curtis is right. Steve is
pushed
the
too
show.
hard.
And then Golden Dog.
Yeah.
Very unique.
That's not a robot. That's a dog.
That's a dog.
A dog.
All right. Next. There you go. We have some Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse action Spider-Gwen and Spider-Ham.
Okay, didn't they already show
This isn't like this is this Legends?
This is
Select maybe?
I don't know. It's Hobby Link Japan. Is
No,
where you
it's
can
Oh,
pay
okay,
for
okay.
stuff.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because we saw the Select
Yeah.
that had
Yeah.
what's his name with it?
Now you can see the poses she's in. That's definitely going to be something. One of those companies.
Some awesome poses,
Yeah,
though.
it's
My
beautiful.
God. Of course,
she's-
looks just like the
Wow.
figure, or the character from the movie. Yeah, look at that. I can't get no He-Mans to sit like that shit.
Someday.
Someday, maybe, yeah.
Someday when they need you to buy another He-Man.
Because I will, God damn it.
Look how this one poses.
So stupid.
Travis had 50 Spider-Man yesterday sitting on the table.
Fair enough.
I was trying to get ready. I'm going to try and do some shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
And Cody's like, you can't make fun of those guys for the
you
He-Man
got 50
problems.
Spider-Mans right here.
Well, I was going to do it into the Spider-Verse shelf, so I thought that would look cool.
Spider-Ham?
Didn't
Fun.
last week somebody come with a Spider-Ham too?
Yeah, the Miles Morales, I think, was from possibly the same
Select.
line.
It was Marvel Select.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a select
okay,
one.
okay.
Just
so
hit
yeah.
your rewind button.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some sweet facial poses there and stuff. He's very expressive.
Oh, yeah, that Spider-Ham moves a lot more than...
I believe they come together. I'm not positive
Yeah,
on
it
that, but it
looks like
says
I guarantee you he comes first.
120-27 for both of those.
120?
Mm-hmm.
Our price is getting crazy.
Everything's going up, man. So yeah, they are.
I mean, that used to be the price of a hot toy.
What are you paying
Yeah.
$120 for a 6-inch figure?
An exclusive? A one-off?
I mean, that's
The
it,
absolute,
right? It's
my
gotta be an
absolute
exclusive.
favorite character,
Yeah.
my Dritz or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't.
I guess it just depends on how many accessories and stuff come with it. The quality.
That's another good.
and-
Yeah, that's another good point.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a 6-inch figure.
Well, it's two.
Yeah. True.
Plus, it looks like she came with other, enough, at least maybe an entire other.
Well, yeah,
body?
she came with another. Yeah, there's.
So-
She's basically two figures.
And if you're buying Mezco's, this to you, that price point is nothing crazy.
Sure.
You know, I mean, that's the reality of it. But man, I just
Mezco's though have cloth and.
a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
A ton of stuff.
Yeah, this does look all.
Yeah, but
all
you're right.
plastic.
You're basically looking at 2.5 figures here. You're looking at two Gwens and then the Spider-Ham.
Yep.
So that's probably not bad for 120. If it was just Gwen and Spider-Ham, then maybe. But
And Pete, I don't know. Maybe this is where you can shine because I don't have any information on these other than these fucking
Nope.
pictures.
I'm out.
Well, at least you're not.
Now they
at
are
least you're not a
talking
big
about
baby.
dead homeless guys. But yeah, the show is just as good without Steven. He said he liked fucking dogs last week. Steve has Curtis's phone, right? Yeah. Curtis cannot be this fucking stupid and naive. They're together at RetroCon, and Steve is playing a prank on all of us with Curtis's phone. That's the only explanation.
There's not enough grammatical errors to be Steve.
Okay, maybe that's
because of the fingers.
because of his fingers.
And yet he's still watching the whole fucking show. So,
I'm gonna
here's
have a root beer barrel and calm down.
here's some turtle pictures. I don't know what they are. I don't know where they're from, but they look shiny as shit. And that's it.
What was the first one? Go back to the first one. Oh,
That's Leonardo
Yeah,
or
we got-
Donatello.
There's a pic of portions of all four of them.
Well, that's Leonardo. There you go. What is? Yeah, that is weird.
Is it like kind of translucent with like a skeleton underneath?
Or maybe they've got a lot of clear on them.
Yeah, like
What's the company?
it's chrome. I don't know what that says down there. There's pop.
Zima?
or
It says
Yeah,
Zima?
there's Zilla maybe.
Is it clear with the skeleton, like the bone?
No, it looks like it looks like there's bone underneath there. So
All I know is they better nail the turtle anatomy. I'm gonna be pissed.
put that giant turtle ween.
Not what I meant.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a
they got
figure that
giant
Jeremy will
wings,
spend
man.
$122 on.
Ginormous turtle wing.
So yeah, I don't know what the fuck those are from. I just saw them on some page today, and I was like, well, better grab them.
Nickelodeon versions, too.
Well, Nickelodeon owns them, so
But do you think there'll be more of the cartoon?
the way that
Doesn't
they
look
look,
like
they
it.
look like the classic cartoon with the shape of the shell right there in the front, like how it has an extra ridge around the edge. That's not a common thing. That was like an
So
80s
there's no
toy
other information, no
cartoon.
price points, no release
Nope.
date?
Nope.
Wow.
Nothing yet. At least that I've seen. Maybe there's information somewhere, but I tried to look it up and I didn't find anything. So I'm very curious because if there's it looks like there's a skeleton under there, and that may have to be a. God, that's got to be pricey though.
I mean, it's either a skeleton and there's a lot of reflection off of whatever it is that's around.
Yeah, you can like see the
Oh, okay.
neck bone, spinal. So yeah,
Huh. That'll be interesting to see as that progresses, the information that comes out.
absolutely. And that is all of the toy news that I have for today.
Yay.
Period.
Thanks, UPS guy.
Trav, what you got, sucker?
I got the Marvel Legends 20 years Marvel's Toad. And
Why?
well, because
Exactly.
Cody, do you want me to put this in front of this camera right now? Oh my god. How am I
There you go.
struggling? I literally was just holding this in front of this camera, but it wasn't switched to it, and I was like, how can I not find the camera? Like a dumbass. So I will tell you,
Like the old Toy Biz packaging.
and that's, kind of the whole plan of this. I love that they do this. It's kind of crazy to me that they're putting everything else in cardboard boxes, but they're like, oh no, but for these
Extra. Extra plastic on these ones.
they're like, oh, we're going right back to the old. Yeah. So, Toad for me is like he's one of the guys I kind of got to have on my shelf.
Oh.
And when I say that, I mean this Toad.
Ooh, what if you find a loose one tomorrow?
Does that hurt you?
It does.
It hurts
I
your
every
soul.
time I get something, I'm like, don't open that yet.
So I will say that I'm still going through like my legends and finding ones that I'm like, you know what? Nope, don't need it. Don't have that attachment to that character, and making a box of ones to sell. Toad is a character that I've always kind of felt like needed to be on like my Brotherhood shelf, and I feel like now
They did a great representation of him in the movies.
It really doesn't show up there.
That's an awesome head. That's super fun.
Wow.
that's fucking cool.
He's tonguey.
Even when your only superpower is your tongue.
Well, he can jump around like a toad. I mean, yeah, Toad has always been a bitch. Let's be honest, but
He's kind of a chump.
I feel like, hey, if you're gonna have the Brotherhood, you should probably have all of them. And
He also looks like he goes as a jester from the Dungeons and Dragons line.
yeah, definitely could see that for sure.
I'm glad you have a connection to this because this is maybe the dumbest figure I've ever seen.
Oh, it's not. It'll never be as bad as Yellow Flash in shorts from one of
is
our
true.
very first episodes.
Yeah.
That
Dude, check out what's going on with the hip joints there. Those extra hip joints up here on the side on the side.
I will tell you from
Probably
pictures
get him into a toad pose.
pictures I have seen of him, he can get in some really cool poses.
If only Steve were here.
To make that happen. So from like, I think that's probably part of that is, and I don't know what that joint.
That's a new joint. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
How high it goes up on the hip?
Yeah, and I don't know what the
I like new joints.
I don't know exactly what that range of motion that gives, but I'll play around with it a little bit.
Well,
Figure
it
it
comes
out.
with little froggies.
It does come with a couple
Toads.
You got a little green toad, a little brown toad.
And it also comes with a comic and then a back, too. So you can show that. And then the backing for the...
It's not, and I know, like, this isn't I could see this
Well, it's
figure,
because he's got a dorky costume.
It's cool.
and I could see
but-
him being a figure that you could probably get cheaper down the road, kind of thing. I mean, but it's X-Men.
Yep.
And X-Men fans, man, they want to complete their shelves. And like I said, I kind of always wanted Toad. I agree, the costume is goofy, but it's also, whatever.
It's comic
is-
accurate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I like the tongue. I like the face. I do think he definitely has like a cartoon. I'm going back to that camera. Ooh, yeah. Has like a cartoon aspect to him. But
And I really like the sculpt on this second head, too.
yeah, they did a good job with it. He looks cool. I'll find him. Like even maybe if I'll just put this on a Mythic Legion Goblin body or something.
Of course. And he honestly thought it, too.
I'm going to do it.
That would fit on a goblin body
Don't you think
really
that would
well.
look cool on a
yeah,
goblin?
that would look
Goblin?
great.
You're like, yeah, look at this creepy little bastard.
I'm going to have to get this figure now. Just to fucking put this
All
on.
for a head.
You
Dude,
know goblins are green, right?
well,
Yeah, but if he's all armored, it'll really just be his head that you only see.
grab that noglin.
We'll put that on Army Builder. For sure. Yeah. So, I get it. It's not everybody's thing.
Well, this is for your collection.
It's for my collection.
That's
and,
nice to see.
And I'll be honest, there's not a lot of legends that are coming out that I'm like
No.
excited
Yeah.
about.
Right.
So
I have
mean,
not bought any of the last two waves.
Yeah,
And I'm not planning on buying any
I've
of the
skipped
new ones.
I think I'm 2 or 3. And there's an X-Men wave out that I'm like kind of want some of the figures in, but I'm like I don't really need those.
I bought all the Bone Breaker ones on clearance just to build the Bone Breaker.
Yeah. Yep.
So
And I had plans of doing like Reavers, so getting Bone Breaker, but then I was like, nah, and sold those. So now it's like I don't even need Bone Breaker. But I need this Toad, so I got it.
Hell yeah.
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
Happy for you. What do you got, Kyle?
I have a little mixed bag of different things.
I shot it your way, but I should probably know better.
I just found this stuff yesterday, actually. This is the latest release, 3 3/4 inch Star Wars. This is a 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. So basically what this was in the Clone Wars, Anakin had his own Legion, 501st Legion. And the remnants of these clones now back Ahsoka, and they put a paint job of her face, of her tattoos, onto their helmets. So these are her troopers now.
Pretty cool scene from Clone Wars. I mean, that's
Next thing I also found this yesterday. This is the latest release of Mando and Grogu in a 2-pack.
the latest.
Yep. This is the Mando and Grogu from Maldo Kreese. This is the one where they had the giant ice spiders and whatnot. And so this was, I believe, is a Target exclusive. I could be wrong on that. I didn't even know this was out. Somebody hid this, Spoonstra, and I found it, so I grabbed it.
He does look cool.
Yeah, with the snow, the snow and the ice on it.
Oh, that spider's pretty fun, too.
Yeah, that spider's a pretty cool toy.
Ooh, there's some reflective surfacing going on here, but can you check that out?
And while that's getting passed around, I also have 2 new Transformers. These are very hard to find. These are Walmart exclusives. They're part of the new line, the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection.
Wow.
And these are Clamp Down, which is a white Lambo. It's a Diaclone. Diaclones are what the Transformers were called originally in Japan. They were called Diaclones. And Cosmos. And
Hey, I like that guy.
these are selling for crazy amounts on the secondary market because they are very hard to find.
Where'd you find them?
I found them at Walmart.
No kidding.
I actually found, but I spent probably a good portion of 2 weeks just every Walmart I'd stop by at work and stuff looking, and I happened to come across these two. So they're very hard to find. There's about, I want to say 8 in the line at this point, but the other 6 are relatively easy to find. These 2 are very hard. So I decided
What
to keep
is
them.
that? What is it, like a buoy?
This is Cosmos. Cosmos was a
Like
spaceship.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of the only ones I owned as a kid.
And they make some. I have a really nice third-party masterpiece version of him. It's really ridiculously awesome. So these
Pretty
are
cool.
hard to find. So either I'm going to keep it or it will go to TFCon with me, and that's all I have with me today. So I am good.
Nothing, Pete?
I got a couple of books.
Yeah.
One is a D&D and Adventures book, but the other one is a third party. It's a 250-page hardcover book of traps and puzzles and different things for when you're building an adventure.
Oh, cool.
So
There you go.
but I didn't bring them because they're books. So
Fair enough.
Let's see what you got, Mr. Junkman.
Oh, boy. First off,
Wow.
the Tila and Zoar 2-pack for Origins.
Didn't
for
even know
Masters
that
and
was
Universe. Did I know it was out?
I said I didn't even know that
Oh.
was out.
Me neither.
I got it from Big Bad Toy Store, so that's been like my go-to lately.
Yeah, understandable.
So I don't know
Makes things
if
a lot
it's-
easier.
People have found it in stores or not.
Do you know? Is it an exclusive to in Walmart or any stores or?
I don't know shit, man.
He just knows he likes it and
I
he
just
got
know
it.
that I got it, and it's pretty neat. I haven't opened it yet, obviously, so, I mean, if you want to rip it open, you can, but there you go. New colors, and I think Tila's got a few new colors anyway and stuff, whatever. I don't care. I just have to get it all, right?
And you are going to open it.
Oh,
yeah, I would say
Yep,
this
I'll
teal's
open
got
that.
some new. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, she looks there's like yellow. Lots
Yeah.
of-
First Zora, right?
yes.
In Origins,
Yep.
yeah.
No Boyds yet, so, which I'm hoping now, there will be a Evil Lynn Screech
Oh, God, that
2-pack.
There has to be.
that
I mean, there
Tila
has to.
looks hideous.
I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised that doesn't come in.
You got to be kidding me.
She looks great.
Oh,
Love her.
Yeah.
Jeremy, come on.
Love her.
It's just yellow and not gold.
Yeah.
Her hair's blonde too.
Her
isn't it?
face,
make
though.
the wings
No.
flap.
Yeah. I don't know if it has the button on it or not, or if it's the same thing that I
It might
showed
be on the
Steve.
stand. You put it on the stand and
Right.
Digitino?
Just shake it or something. But
Digitino.
Digitino. What about him?
Did they create that for Origins? Is that a
It's a Sunman thing.
He's a numerical genius.
There you go.
like what's the Tino stand
he's
for?
Latin.
We've
on.
discussed this on POTU.
Jesus.
They're trying to be an all-inclusive line back in the day, and I mean, they haven't changed anything. That's
right.
how it was.
I just like a runner with this.
Next, I got the cartoon Toka and Razar 2-pack from NECA for Ninja Turtles.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they're very cool. I'm just starting to see those now. My targets.
Yeah, it's how they appeared in the cartoon. They were a lot smarter in the cartoon if you didn't watch that.
Oh yeah, because the movie they were complete idiots.
They were
weren't they?
babies. But yeah, I haven't opened these yet, so I don't know if there's any QC issues or anything, but there it is. Pretty exciting.
Those
It's
are
another
nice.
set that I had to have.
When those
It's-
first
I'm-
came out,
I keep thinking that I don't need them all, and then they're like, hey, check this out. I'm like, fuck.
You're like pretty colors.
Fuck.
shiny.
Ugh.
I
comes
love
with
these
fish.
characters like Turtles
This one
2.
comes with a half-eaten turkey on it.
Yeah, Turtles 2 was like my favorite movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So like Toka and Razar were just
deal.
badass, voiced by Frank Welker, which I love him too. But yeah, then as I got a little older, I was like, well, that movie was kind of stupid.
Do you
But,
prefer
love the characters.
Do you prefer Token and Razor over over Bebop and Rocksteady?
No.
No, come on.
Nope. If I had to have one or the other, it would be-
Wait.
In the
Bebop and
movie
Rocksteady.
verse, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, maybe.
And the
Bebop
reason why
and
I
Rocksteady
just
in the
wondered
movie
because
was,
he
like,
said that
You-
movie was
lackluster.
big
You
when he
didn't
was
like
a
him in
kid, so I
Yeah.
wondered if
Really,
it
no.
created
Okay.
that. I know most people would not pick those two over, but I just wondered if because of his love for that movie, if it caused him to.
No, I was bummed when they didn't have Bebop and Rocksteady.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, I mean overall, they're
What
my
was your
homies.
first? What was your first Turtles?
Where did I discover them?
Yeah.
Through, you know how at Christmas time, like we used to have like gift exchange, like if you were a boy, you bought a toy for a boy and whatever, and then they'd figure it out.
Yep.
Well, a buddy of mine ended up getting a Donatello figure, and then I hung out with him over Christmas break, and I got to like check it out and play with it. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? This is awesome. And then it just started slowly trickling in, and then I saw the original cartoon. So
Pete. So it was a toy though. Toy
yeah, it would have been the toy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pete, what about you? Turtles?
Yeah, it was the toys. I mean, I watched the cartoons. I don't have a ton of memory of that. But I mean, I still to this day love that first movie.
Yeah.
So
Next, I got the
Oh,
NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book line. This is Renette, the time traveling chick.
Are we sure it's not Renee?
No, it is Renette.
Okay.
Yep. She's been featured in like cartoon as well. Well, the newer ones. But
Is this one of the signature series ones?
Did
you pay $100 for it?
Oh no, she was like whatever, 27 or
Okay.
whatever it was. It wasn't. This one I'll do vertically there, champ. She fits in there. She has different colors. Like I think she's originally supposed to be sort of like a bluish. So I'm not sure why they're changing the colors. I know there's got to be a reason in there somewhere. So I don't know if she's going to be coming out later with,
big old titties.
Yeah, she's got some hoots, man.
Yeah, NECA wasn't like, hey, we're not like Hasbro. We're
No,
not, we're
NECA's
not.
like, we're making them.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, that's how you drew her. Guess what? That's how we're making her.
And I just love that they're resurrecting the comic book line because it sat dormant for years, and now they're starting to put out some more stuff. And I absolutely love the original comics. So,
Man, that head that's in there is like, it's like see through, like that little red one, which
yeah, and I haven't busted it open yet. So
it looks pretty cool.
If you want to bust it open, you can check.
Does
it
that
out.
actually go on her head, or I mean, is that her?
I don't know.
Okay, I know those comics there was a ton, And
Well, yeah, and her line. I mean, I've read it, but
Yep.
I read it once. And
long time
should probably go back and read it again. But
totally understand.
she's very like what, like oh my god type of.
Oh,
like,
really?
Like what? So, yeah, she's quite an interesting character. They've actually just brought her into the IDW comics, I believe, as well. So, fun stuff.
Nice cans.
Yeah, we addressed that. And the last thing I got is the
yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universal Monsters crossover NECA. We have April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein. This is the Judith Hogue version of April O'Neil, which in getting this, I realized something. Like the Leonardo I brought in and the Raphael, the Frankenstein's
Mummy.
monster, and then Mikey's the mummy. I should be getting that soon.
I love the face on that mummy one.
Yeah. What was the one last week that I brought? The
Raph Frank.
Notre Dame Hunchback.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Hunchback, yeah.
Yep, the Hunchback. I realized that they're all based on the movie versions of them. So, like, if the movie version of the Turtles were to cross over,
Yeah.
like, I didn't realize that. And,
Right.
like, because I was sitting here going, I have my Bride of Frankenstein, April. She's Judith Hogue version. Like, that's awesome. I'm like, well, what if they do, like, the Paige Turco version? But they can't because they already have an April. And then I'm like, oh, dumbass. Like, look at the details and all these things. Like, how realistic, sort of, they get and all that.
This is really cool.
Yeah, like it's all
shit.
based on the movies, so that means they could do 4 more monsters or whatever in the Turtles, but just use movie 2, and then
Yeah.
now you have a new April and
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
maybe a Kino or something.
Yeah.
We need a fucking Kino.
No idea who that is.
Kino, no. Did you ever
The
watch the
pizza
second
delivery
movie?
guy in the
I
He's
did,
the
but
pizza
I-
delivery guy
but
that learned karate with him.
No.
Ninjutsu? No?
No.
Okay.
I remember the Vanilla Ice scene. That was my favorite scene.
I don't know if it's because I've been, Cody, it's because I've been taking it with the messenger camera, and they don't go horizontal. But I can now.
That's very cool.
Pete.
How do you guys feel about the lighting in here? I tried to change it up. Is it still not?
Guess it doesn't matter to us. It matters to the Curtis Ackermans of the fucking world.
Doesn't matter because you can't. Doesn't matter because you can't see Steven here, so he's unhappy. So.
We are losing a little bit of refractor light though off of Steven's glossy hair though. So
Speaking of Steven, Cody, I sent you some pictures. The ones above it as well. Steve doing what he does at RetroCon.
Making people laugh.
breaking toys. Look at how happy he is.
You know, Curtis and him are starting to look alike.
If Steve,
They say that happens when you have a pet long enough. So.
Yep, Steve playing with
Those
some
khaki
toys.
shorts are screaming.
I bet you his balls just stink.
Okay.
Hopefully that's decaf in that cup.
Cody, I want to send you one more real quick too, because I just want everyone to. I want to see if you guys were as amazed as I was. Joe Vesapolo, wonderful dude, great toy designer, works with the Four Horsemen. He sent me a picture, and it's that bottom one. Yes, I want to know if you guys felt the same way I did on this. Thoughts, guys?
Why is his tongue out?
He does
His
that.
pocket's hanging out too.
look at the size of his elbow compared to his head. Jesus Christ!
Looks like he got bit by a spider.
Steve
everywhere.
Bushotee.
Swelling up.
That looks like a cartoon version of Steve Bushotee.
My reply to Joe was, I never would have believed that he could have held the sword with two hands.
I guess I didn't realize that Steven was drawn by Rob Liefeld.
Oh,
Don't laugh at that,
Wow.
Jeremy. That's not funny.
Oh, shit.
Poor kitchen is friggin' that behemoth hanging out in. Jeez, oh,
behemoth.
What? Did you just say? Behemoth?
behemoth.
Behemoth?
Behemoth?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Man, he looks like Godzilla.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck. I love you, Travis, so much.
Steve, I hope you're still listening. We miss you, buddy. Have fun out there with Four Horsemen and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm still surprised he got on a plane by himself.
He's grown a lot in the last few years, both physically and...
I guarantee you sat in the bathroom the other time I painted heads.
I gotta get more of these done. I'm not gonna have enough to sell.
So you're sitting, and this is true for me too, but we're talking about Steven right now. So you're sitting on the airplane, right?
Oh gosh.
And you see him coming down the aisle sideways.
Dude.
And you're looking at the empty seat next to you and you're going,
Oh God.
I'm not a religious guy, but for the love of God, please don't let that be the guy sitting next to me. And then he stops and he looks and he goes, oh, that's me. And you're like, I fucking hate my life.
Think of how Matt Rod felt when him, me, and Steve all sat in the same fucking row on a plane.
Thank God Matt Rod was the third guy.
Yeah, right. He was in the middle of both of us, and we're just, just swallowing
Dislocated both of his shoulders.
That's beautiful.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. What you got?
I want to talk about this real quick.
Let's do it.
Toy collector. Highly collectible debut issue.
Hey, Cody, this is when the internet pages used to be on paper. So yeah, that's what this is. It's called a magazine.
I will totally agree with that sentiment. And they talk about that in here, too. Hey, we get it. That's why this stuff died. But it is kind of nice just to have something that you could sit on here, and when you come in and walk in, you can pick it up and read it. I enjoyed it. They did a couple cool things in here that I think helps. They had some of the toy... what would they be called? What would you call Pixel Dan? What is Pixel Dan?
Influencer?
Like a social media influencer?
He writes an article in here and talks about,
I'm just impressed he knows how to write.
Does a little story. They had a couple things like that. And some stuff that I really did enjoy. Dan Larson writes a story in here. They talk about some toy lines that are coming up. There was some cool stuff to this, and I thought it was a fun little read, and I want to support somebody that's in the toy world and doing toy stuff. So
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
It's still nice to hold paper in your hand. I read the majority of my books on my iPad, but I still pick up a paperback or a hardcover every now and again.
You really do
and
read most of it on your iPad now?
Just because of at one point I had a tote with 300 books in it that I was never going to read again.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I going to do with all these paperback books?
Yeah.
And then trying to get them I didn't want to just throw them in the garbage.
Because they're wonderful.
Right.
Like
So I ended up giving them away. And I'm like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. That is the hard part.
That's
a really hard
books.
part.
I like picture books and I like toys. And I like Toy Fair and Wizard and all that stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
I loved Wizard.
Mm-hmm. I was a hardcore. Sorry, go ahead.
I actually didn't get Toy Fair a lot, but I loved Wizard.
I got Toy Fair.
Honestly, the magazine that I never missed was Hit Parader.
Oh, I had that too. Hit Parader, Guitar World.
One. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yep.
Yeah.
And
Me and Guitar World, we were tight.
I loved going to Barnes and Nobles and standing in front of the magazine rack and going through a comic book, going through one of these books, going through Fangoria. Something.
Oh,
along those
Fango!
lines.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I started jeeping and stuff, that was huge. Because there's the three. You've got off road and 4-wheel drive and JP and all those magazines, and I read those every single month, all of them.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever order anything out of those magazines? Like, did you order anything out of?
No, I never did that.
I did all the time, and they would say send a self-addressed stamped envelope, and then they'd send you a printed out list or a written list, sometimes of different stuff. Oh yeah, but okay, yeah, I'm old.
Yeah, but
I'm so old. It was awesome.
It was also awesome. Yeah, they are doing a fun little thing with this. If you get the first 3 issues, there's a proof of purchase thing in there that you cut out. You send that in, and I can't remember how much it costs, but they're going to actually have a exclusive figure to the the people that do this.
Oh, no kidding?
They haven't told you what it is. They're gonna,
That's fun.
but they are gonna put a little bit more information into it. Get it out there. But I thought that was pretty cool. They're doing some of that fun stuff that we used to enjoy.
Stuff from yesteryear.
Yeah. Yep.
And
so
smells good
Smells
too.
like, yeah.
Smells good.
Yep. So if you have any interest in this, I would say just go to. I'm sure if you just Google toy collector.
But it's Toy Collect and then R.
Yep.
So there's no ER at the end.
Exactly. But I'll tell you, it was a good book, and I did really enjoy it. Good photography in it. Our boy Trevor Williams, 1/6 shooter, has his pictures featured in here. They do a little quick story about PowerCon, and actually the PowerCon story has got a picture of our figures.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it's got
okay.
the actual dio that was set up there. That was just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, so there you go. There's pictures from PowerCon, and there's our figures.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm like, how cool is that? You open up a frickin' toy collector magazine, and there's a figure, like, based loosely on you.
Loosely.
I mean, that
Is Curtis Ackerman's figure in there? Oh, he doesn't have one? Oh, I didn't realize that. Don't laugh. It's not funny.
Zing!
Don't laugh. It's not funny.
He's just going to bounce back with, well, he's been on Legion's Lair and Legion's Lodge. I'm going to go, damn it, foiled again.
which is it's super cool and it's fun, and so I like that there's
It's the nostalgia bone for
Yeah,
sure,
it's
which
fun.
is what a lot of this is.
So check it out. I recommend it. I will obviously be loaning mine out to my friends, but I'm also going to tell them, hey, go get it.
Yeah, go
get
buy your own.
it. Go get it.
Fatso.
All right.
What you guys watching? Anything?
I'm watching the 100 on Netflix right now.
I've heard it was good.
It's very, very good. What's happened recently is Kathy was off, for a while with surgery, so we were trying to find things that we would watch together. So we just kind of kept doing it. Like, I haven't watched the latest season of The Boys. I haven't seen the latest season of Umbrella Academy. My wife and I are just finding stuff to watch together, and it's 7 seasons.
Can you really quick just what the premise of the 100
The
is?
100 is the Earth has been annihilated by ourselves, nuclear war, and then the remnants of the population are in an ark spaceship orbiting the Earth, and they're running out of their stuff, so they send down a group of, well, they're children really, but they're criminals on their ship, and they send them down to Earth to see how bad it is environmentally, to see if they can. And when they get down there, there's actually people still alive, different factions, and it's a whole big, territorial thing. And
Is it called 100 because there's 100 people they
there's
send down?
100 people
or-
they send down.
Okay.
Yep, 100 people they send down, and it's really. We just finished second season, and the characters have already evolved from these. Some of them are very meek, and some of them are just bloodthirsty. And
Heidi watched this one without me, and every time I would come through, I like this looks.
It's
it looks
really good.
Yeah, a little bit of teen drama ish, but
it is.
good.
But that just like everything else, that is. You get that in the first season as you're getting to know the characters, and then as they start to figure out what's going on and the roles that they play, that like you look at these kids and you can say, okay, well these kids are 18 years old, and and then in the second season they're like 18 and 6 months old, and they're like 30-year-olds.
Yeah,
they really. I've been enjoying it. It's been one of these things where you sit down, you think you're gonna watch a couple episodes, and it's 2:00 in the morning and you're turning it off because you got to work in 5 hours. So that's what I'm watching right now.
Fun.
Peter?
Yeah, it's good.
You guys caught up on House of the Dragon?
I'm 1 episode behind. I am really enjoying it.
Yes.
I mean,
very fun.
I felt like it has moved slower than I remember the original Game of Thrones, but I think because I'm looking,
because what you're remembering.
Yeah, how I'm looking back at. With that said, if you like dragons, if you like cool, like they went out. I mean, it's
they're building another little universe within that, and it's been really good.
I like the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to watch Game of Thrones?
Not even
to know?
close. This is.
I know it's a prequel, like 1,000 years or whatever it is.
I don't know if it's 1,000. No, that's the Lord of the Rings one. This is probably
147 years before
Give or
Daenerys
take.
Dude, you literally do not.
I mean, I haven't started watching it because I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
No,
so.
I would recommend you just pull this up,
and
see what you think.
It would be helpful,
but not necessary.
Not necessary, but I mean, it would be
unless it eventually becomes
understanding the blood, of the family
bloodlines
lines,
of the family
you know
lines
what I mean?
and stuff. Yeah.
But no, they did. They did a pretty good job. I
am aware of Targaryens, and I'm aware of so I'm aware
I think you'd
of.
really enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's enough in there. Like I said, they sprinkle enough in for the Game of Thrones people to show the tie-ins, but they write it well enough to where you know it isn't necessary.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah.
I do think there's added value to the show.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, there's added value
with
to
anything else.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this, and there's people that are this is based on a book too, of course. So people know some of these answers. I did not read the book. You've not read the book.
No.
Watching this season, I have this expectation that at some point during this season, someone that you either care about or you're like, they'll never kill that person, is going to die. Because it's Game of Thrones. Have you looked at this cast? Is there someone on there that as you watch it that you're like, now you might be 1 episode ahead of me and maybe that person has already died, but do you feel like you're like, oh, watch, they'll probably kill this person?
Going into the show, you think?
It's just it's what Game of Thrones does.
Yeah.
I don't think the king is going to survive this first season. Mm-hmm. But that wouldn't be a surprise because every episode they're showing you how he's getting sicker.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to make it out of the season. as far as no.
And I haven't fallen in love with a character yet. I know that I
Right.
can see where I'm gonna really
Right.
like this character, but
Or like this character and then feel a little bit wrong about like the king's brother. Like I probably shouldn't like that guy because
But I
he's
kinda
kind of
do
a
like him.
slimy piece of shit.
yeah, I like him too.
But
Yeah.
I just finished the second season of C, and there's this great kind of scene with Momoa, and you're like, oh man, what a great way to end this season. And then it gives you an additional 90 seconds, and they fucking kill somebody whom you love, and you go, motherfucker! You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like Game of Thrones. I expect it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't necessarily expect it. I didn't see it coming, if you will.
Ooh.
Sorry, hashtag Steve joke. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It hit me as hard as like Ozark. And I'm like, you did what to who? What? So, but yeah. So and that's it. I got one. There's only one more season. That's finite. But the 100's on my list.
I've
And
heard
I
good
may go
things.
there
Both
next.
of them.
It's really good.
You and Steve love C.
She-Hulk.
Isn't the 100 like 10 years old?
Yeah.
2014 to 2020,
20.
I think. Yeah.
So close.
Close.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
She-Hulk. Been watching that.
Yep.
I think
I'm one episode behind on that.
I'm caught up.
I'm caught up.
So are we enjoying it?
I don't know. I think so. It's just so different, like style wise.
My favorite character so far has been the costume guy. I just love him. And
I love
gave-
her.
Spoiler alert. I mean, we're all caught up, right?
Close
I'm
enough,
caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and he says, "Oh, you know what? Oh, apparently we don't care about client confidentiality." And he moves that box over, and you get a glimpse of the box, and it's
Yeah.
the yellow Daredevil helmet.
I've-
And I'm kind of like, yeah.
You know what's funny? I hate the yellow Daredevil costume.
But I
never
love
liked
Charlie
it.
Cox.
But it doesn't matter when you see it. When
Right.
you
And
see it,
Not only that,
it's-
it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The yellow looked kind of dirty, like goldish.
Goldish,
Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Subdued.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, now I like it.
But so She-Hulk for me, I'm enjoying it. My wife made the comment of I don't like her talking to the camera.
Oh.
We had that talk. She's like, it bothers me, and I'm like, well, it's just like it's like they did it in Deadpool. She goes, Deadpool, I thought it was hilarious, but this I don't. She doesn't like it.
It almost does feel kind of unnecessary type of thing. She
It's
does
a-
say a few things where it's like, okay, this is
I like
what
it.
happens.
I've thought it's been funny.
To
Right,
me,
but if I could take or leave it.
Yeah,
to me,
I don't need
She-Hulk is just a vessel, and it's hey, this is where we were. This is one of the boats that's taking us across the river to where we're getting. So I don't think it's going to be anything super crazy. The little, talking to Bruce, and then they give you the snippet of him being in the spaceship, and so I like I said, I think it's a vehicle,
They're leading up to something for
right?
sure.
And it's
But
not
otherwise,
gonna
it's
be-
like, yeah, like
on its own.
there was like a wedding
Right.
episode, and you're like, who gives a
But
fuck
the
type
but
of thing,
Abomination,
very fun. I love that.
I
stuff.
love that guy.
I do too. I love
You know
Tim
what I
Roth.
mean?
I love
Yeah.
And he just played that really well. And then you're like, holy shit, he did escape. And then you're like, that's how they brought in Shang-Chi. And then you're like, oh, Wong. And then that whole explanation of that. And I thought that was really well done.
Tell me, has there been a show that has been more connected to the Marvel Universe?
A show?
There's been a lot of. I don't think there's ever been this many big tie-ins. There's always little nods.
I mean,
and
the
little
what
things.
if, but that's a whole nother. That's not
Right.
actually the universe we're talking about. That's
I guess I never really thought of it because it just seems like others are just so obvious and out in the front, but then like in this, there's just
But
little.
They're
They're
giving
almost
us,
side stories, like
right. They're giving us Banner. They're giving us Skrull. They're giving us Daredevil. They're giving us Sorcerer Supreme. They gave us a tie-in to Shang-Chi. There's
okay.
They
I
really
must
are.
have totally missed the Shang-Chi thing.
Well,
and
just that
Abomination
was from that
is
movie.
fighting in him. In
That's from
Shang-Chi,
that
you see Abomination fighting in that illegal fight club.
Oh, I
And
didn't
this,
even.
This explains why he was there.
Okay, I
She-Hulk
didn't
explained that.
even. Well, that I knew, but I didn't
Yeah.
see. I didn't pay attention to who he was fighting
Well, he was fighting Wong, but that was
Right.
in the Shang-Chi.
in the Shang-Chi. Okay.
So I
Because that was a Marvel swerve, they gave us Abomination in the Shang-Chi trailer, and everybody thought he was going to be the villain. And then you get this 30-second clip of him being in the fight, and that was it.
That was it. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Matt,
Okay.
Matt Rod's actually who said this to me. We were talking about She-Hulk and some of the hate that it's
you were
getting.
talking to him like outside of the podcast.
And he said that he goes, you know, it's getting so much hate, but he goes, it literally is the show that is the most tied into the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, I mean, they referenced Wolverine in it. They, you know, they've done some.
I missed that too. What do we? What?
There was either she was looking on the internet. It was an episode where they showed something, and in the little news segments on the right hand side, guy with claws fighting in a bar.
Okay,
or
I have
something
got
like
to go
that.
back
The
and
first
watch it.
X-Men
Well,
movie.
the
Son of a
best thing to
bitch.
do, man, is I mean, yeah, you can go back and watch it, of course, but also like watch those like Screen Crush or like New Rock Stars. Like they'll go over and put all these Easter
Internet
eggs.
stuff.
Yes. They'll go over all the
Well,
Easter
on a
eggs.
show
and
like
shit
this,
that
you
you
kinda
missed.
need 'em.
I can
Yes.
I can appreciate that, Jeremy, but I'm gonna wait for the magazine.
Fair enough.
The part of the show that absolutely galls me is like when she's talking to Bruce and he's on the space shuttle and he can't get a word in because she just doesn't shut the fuck up. That is actually like viscerally annoying to me.
Hashtag
I'm sure
Steve.
it's how Steve feels like when I talk. But,
I'm
Yeah, but you're paying for that.
right.
I went into this knowing, or I should say, expecting what we got. So I've been okay with it. I was talking with Vernetta and my son Kane, and they both said the same thing. Vernetta goes, "I'm just waiting for her to Hulk out. Like, when is she gonna just get mad and destroy some stuff?" And I'm like,
The whole point of this is that she doesn't.
it's not. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
her.
not who
It's
she is.
control.
It could happen. It's
know, right.
it's happened
Right.
in
Well,
comics.
it looks
and-
like it's
Right.
leading there because she's already got jumped. They called the one guy by name.
It's the wrecking crew that tries to steal her stuff.
Is it okay?
That's at least what I interpreted.
I don't know
Or their
about
version of the wrecking
Yeah.
crew.
I mean, that's
So
what it
it's
is,
going to
so.
happen again because at the end of this last, or I shouldn't say the end of it, but somewhere in this episode, they're like, you can see that they're trying again.
Right.
So she's going to have to Hulk out at some point.
Well, it's more what Vernetta's more looking for actually just to be a Hulk, like not. I mean, for her just to go crazy
Right.
and destroy stuff, and I'm like, I just don't know if we're gonna see that. Kane goes, when is this gonna become a superhero show? And I'm like, Kane.
It's literally called She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
He goes, I just didn't expect it to always be about her being an attorney, and I'm like,
But the whole point of it is, the whole point of it is her able to control it, and that's part of the whole, Banner throwing the whole manual out. Like, okay,
Yeah.
well, she's already got this, and all of his expectations of what she was going to have to go through wasn't there, and she doesn't want to be a superhero. We're not going to see her be a superhero because she doesn't want to be a superhero. She's going to get forced into it at some point. We don't
Yeah.
see that coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she's just trying to live a normal life, and she's trying to work at her job that she worked very hard for, and she's trying to date. She's trying to be normal.
And she's going to
And,
come to
you know-
terms with being able to do both and
Right.
being able to take the good and the bad with both. But you're right. I would love to see her. And my guess is it's going to be I don't know if there's going to be more than one season of this, but my guess is it's going to be in the final, just everything else. It's going to be in the last act, and she's going to be the Hulk in most of it, and she's going to be tearing cars in half and
well, maybe
doing the slap and,
Daredevil thing too. 'Cause
Right.
Daredevil's gonna go, look, you can do both.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, you should
Yeah.
do both.
Right. And that's exactly how he is.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
In the Daredevil comic that I was, and I've fallen apart on it, but a couple years ago, he was working for superheroes. He was practicing superhero law, which is exactly what they're doing with She-Hulk now.
Yep.
And hey, you've got these special circumstances, so you can handle these special cases.
I still think that the CGI is jarring, though.
Well, did you catch it when Titania calls her Shrek?
Yeah, right.
That's
comments.
I love that shit in this show.
Yeah.
When they do the news clips and it's all the men saying, I don't need a She-Hulk, I'm like, good. Yeah, Marvel.
Yeah.
I love it. They wrote this shit way ahead. They knew.
They knew people were gonna go. Ah, she
Yeah.
looks like Shrek, or she looked this or that.
I got it. So it was
like
weird.
Fiona, not
I
Shrek,
heard,
but
people
I
kept talking about how when she's in the suit, the CGI looks bad, and then other parts in that episode, I'm like, it's beautiful.
It's hit or miss to me. Like,
Yeah.
it kind of takes me out, and maybe it's because she looks so much like a human that it's like, in a way, like, why'd they even have to do the CGI type of thing? You literally probably could have fucking painted her green and
Well,
just made her a little bigger. But
some of that is practical. They actually have an actress that does a lot of that stuff. They paint her up.
What if when she actually gets her new costume, which you've seen the next episode, I haven't. She actually gets clothes that actual work, look better. The CGI is all just better from there on out.
Right.
And they were just like trying to go, no, look, it was just show the costume.
yeah, it's just what she was wearing.
Yeah.
Well, they lead you to believe that she's got her actual She-Hulk costume because he's like, I did this for you. And,
Yes.
puts it through.
Yeah.
And you didn't see it yet.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I know it's not for everybody, but I think it's.
I
it's
enjoy
fun.
the show.
it's
I'm
worth a
just-
watch.
Like I said, it just kind of, the CG kind of takes me out.
Yep.
It's that uncanny valley thing where it kind of looks real but kind of doesn't.
Yep.
But I'm still watching it. So.
Yeah.
I'm also watching. Let's see. I'm getting caught up on Cobra Kai, season 5.
Season 5 already? Wow.
Yeah,
They bumped him out.
it's getting pretty.
Jeez.
Well, they have
it's
Ralph
getting pretty
Macchio and the other
extravagant.
guy are old. Like, we got to...
Right. We got to get this shit out before these guys all die. And then I actually started watching Dahmer
Kathy's watching that when I'm not home.
with Evan Peters as Jeffrey Dahmer.
Which
So I
is
watched
perfect.
People are
Watch the
saying
first
it's
episode.
absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, it's unsettling. And it's
I've
just,
only been through the first episode, and yeah, if you're like not used to that shit, it's kind of messed up. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just par for the course for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. If you're like Jeremy, you're like, if you like that stuff, it's pretty good.
But I've heard there's a couple, like a few episodes in or something. There's some pretty messed up stuff. So
Well, he was a pretty messed up guy, and it's a documentary about him. So,
Yeah.
I mean...
I've also heard
well,
that too.
the
people-
irresponsible
it's
audience.
not
Yeah.
really. Yeah, it's more of a not a documentary, but like.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's... You're telling his story,
Well,
and
it's,
they're trying to be factual, I would assume, right?
I was, yeah.
well,
So,
it's,
what I
it's
understand.
wild.
I mean,
is, like,
he cut up minorities and ate them.
that's
and
the
he was
thing.
attempting
the
to
guy's
build-
a monster. They need to portray
Right.
him
He
as
was
a
trying to
monster.
build
Well,
a
and you
lifeless sex robot.
And you
know
can
what I
hear
mean?
his story a million times, and you can in your head like, oh, that's how that happened or whatever. Because all they have is maybe some pictures or just what he says or what other people say. And in this, with people acting it out, it like puts it into perspective where you're like, oh fuck, this guy was like really fucked.
He deserved whatever happened to him in
Chilling.
jail.
Chilling is the word that
Yeah.
people are using.
Yeah.
When Kathy was trying to describe it to me, and of course, same thing. I'm like, I don't have any interest in watching this. She's like, you get to see not just what he did, but why he became the person he is. Now, my wife has a soft spot for people with mental and social stuff that she's like, well, somebody should have intercepted them like that. Sometimes people just gotta die.
So,
Uh,
so it
Kids with
hits the
soft
backstory of child abuse and stuff.
Well, it
as
does,
well.
and then you know, I haven't watched it with her, but I watched a few scenes with her, and Peters is playing it.
He's
So-
an amazing actor.
he's
Time out.
I don't know who
Time
he
out.
is.
Are you telling me? Yeah, you do.
Quicksilver.
Are you telling me that all I got to do is act a little
Quicksilver?
bit more fucked up, and your wife
X-Men
is going to spend some
Quicksilver.
time with me?
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. You just need to damage. You need
Noted.
more damage.
Noted.
But Jeremy's right. He is playing this. There are scenes. Again, I watched about 20 minutes
Oh,
with
it's
my
Quicksilver.
wife. Yeah.
Right.
There is a scene that in one of the episodes, it might be the first or second episode, where there is no dialogue for 20 seconds, and it's just the music. Which, by the way, the music is its own character. Mm-hmm. Really sets the tone, and he's just looking at this person, and there's no dialogue, and you can just tell that there's something in the character's head that he's trying to figure out. It's just really, really well done.
Yeah,
and the
so-
music is killer.
The first episode is basically, it takes place like right when he got busted. So
Yep.
like it leads up to the story up to, and then at the end of the episode he gets busted, and then basically the series goes on from
Yeah.
there. So I've only seen that one, but I'm telling you,
You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I want to say the second episode might talk about second or third episode talks about the actual first guy, the guy he picked up on the side of the road going to a concert or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's just the exchange was just really intense. So I might have to start over and watch it. Thought you could slide that in while I was talking.
Starting over.
Yeah,
Holy.
Yeah.
Now
So-
start some new underwear.
Yeah. That's the second run for him too.
I'm oh, that's like the fourth. But I'm just really
Run
digging
is
these.
correct.
I'm digging these series.
Yeah, I get it.
Series is.
Yeah.
Because you can like deep dive into shit, man. And
Jeremy, have you watched Sandman yet?
no, just
I have
the one
not watched
episode.
that. It's on my list
The
too.
one episode you
Yeah.
said?
There's one show coming up that is more exciting than any show that anybody has ever talked about in the history of the world. And it's Tim Allen reprising his role as Santa Claus in the short series of him finding a replacement in The Clauses coming up this holiday season. And I'm incredibly excited about it because those are my favorite Christmas movies. So
Home Improvement was in your top.
I've started watching it
Fucking
after last
Tim
episode. I'm 12 episodes into the first season.
I have I still have the
Fuck
cardboard
you.
cutout from the first Santa Claus we had at the video store, and it would fold in half, and it's him in the middle of transformation, and you open it up, and you can still put batteries in it, and all the Christmas lights still come on. I pull it out. Oh no! It's fucking awesome.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I never
fucking
really been
awesome.
a Tim Allen fan.
Yeah. No, not so much.
Sorry to hear that.
Has everybody watched Andor? I'm assuming everybody's watched Andor.
Not at all.
Oh,
I like to wait for a couple.
That's a
before I-
plan.
There's
right?
3. The first 3 are out.
Oh, they did drop first
Yeah.
3?
They dropped the first 3.
It's just kind of weird. I don't want to watch a freaking show about a planet.
No, that's not
All right, we'll have to discuss it when Steve watches it and he comes back. 'Cause
We're not even going to post this. All right? I mean, we're just gonna delete it. I mean, Steve's not here. What's the point?
I think I am the only one watching Lord of the Rings or Rings of Power or
I've
whatever.
never
they're
seen the
watching it.
movies, so I need to watch those first.
You don't actually.
I do, because that's who I am. So
Yeah, this is a prequel though.
yeah, I understand. But
So you actually have to watch everything backwards. You have to watch the Rings of Power, then the Hobbit, then the Lord of the Rings.
But
Damn you,
before
George
all
Lucas.
that, RoboCop.
We should watch RoboCop together.
I'm telling you.
If you can't find it on streaming, I have the DVD.
Yep, I got the DVD, motherfucker.
I introduced the kids to Beetlejuice last week. That
Oh,
was
that's
fun.
a freaking gold one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sandman, I'm just telling you, I think everyone at this table will enjoy it.
Okay.
It is a little slow in the beginning, but it is it's enjoyable.
It was one of those things. Like I said, I enjoyed the first episode, and I was
Yep.
like, "Well, I can take it or leave it at this point."
Yeah.
So
Understandable.
So when Travis does this, there's sex and nudity, and there's that violent stuff. Like that's all that Travis recommends anymore. Like he can't.
are there boobs in it?
He's one of those. He's one of those guys he can't get a boner unless he's choking Heidi. Like he's to that point. So it's gonna be fucked up if Travis keeps bringing it up that you.
There's
want
boobs
to
in it.
watch
Fucker.
Is it supposed to be a tool time grunt? Okay,
That's exactly it.
I didn't know if you were farting out your mouth or what that was. It was weird.
All right. Well, what else we got?
Nothing. I think that's
That
the
it?
episode.
Are we done?
We are.
Curtis, can we kill it now? He's
Is he
like,
still
you should
on?
have killed it fucking 20 hours ago.
The last episode is stupid.
Wow.
Is that what
That
says,
guy
Trav?
like got just butt fucked or something, and he's just not happy today.
Well, episode's done. Have a good night, everybody.
Is it episode 265 or something? Should I put on the music?
I
Are we
don't
ready? Okay.
Nobody's ever gonna hear it.
Here we go. See ya.